don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do. When you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Here, the handoff just completely got away, and the Rebels will have the ball in Ashbrook on the Ashbrook 31-yard line.
Yeah, that's middle linebacker Nathan Kester. We talked about him on the pregame show. He's there to fall on the ball, recover the fumble, and the Rebels take over in Ashbrook territory at the 31-yard line.
Well, we've been saying, this is Ashbrook's first game of the season, and I was saying earlier, you're going to have jitters. It's your first game, especially when you've had to wait this long to do it. Right there. Hand off to Avery here. He gets it to about the 23-yard line before he's brought down. 24 maybe.
Yeah, good carry there for Avery. 8 yards on first down. West Lincoln will take that all night.
Yep. Yeah. Like you said, this is your first time seeing him this year. When I saw him against North Lincoln, you get used to those kind of runs there, just hard-fought runs. And there's a offsides against the Green Wave, and that'll give the Rebels their first down of the game.
Yeah, we said it in the pregame show. This Ashbrook team would surely be fired up, ready to go, but we wondered about the execution. We've already seen a fumble, and now in offsides that gifts the Rebels a first down and puts West Lincoln in the red zone at the Green Wave 19-yard line.
Yeah. And they're definitely, they're fired up, but sometimes, in situations like this, that can really go against you because you have too much going on, too much nerves.
Avery up the middle again. Just a couple on that one.
Oh, still, that's a flag.
Yep, and there's another penalty on Ashbrook.
And a completely unnecessary one. That was just a bad decision. I'm not sure who that was by the Green Wave there, but they got the stop.
Big defensive lineman made the play in the backfield, but then threw Avery down after the whistle, so that'll take the Rebels down inside the 10-yard line, I believe.
Should be about to the 5. If it's, we'll see exactly where they spot it, but if it's 15 yards.
9, so
okay,
half the distance. So they take it inside the 10 for West Lincoln. It'll be first down and goal for the Rebels.
Yep.
So West Lincoln in business here on their first drive of the ball game. First and goal from the Ashbrook 9. They hand it to Gilmore. He cuts up the middle.
Be in the, ball's out.
He fumbled right at the goal line. The ref signals touchdown.
Yeah, he broke the plane before it came out.
Wow.
Close. I think they recovered either way, but still.
Ball popped out right at the goal line, but Trace Gilmore crosses into the end zone first, a 9-yard touchdown run for the Rebels. West Lincoln goes on top with our first People's Bank touchdown of the night. 3
fumbles to start the game here. So,
yeah.
It's
extra point
is up and good, yeah.
So the Rebels on top 7-0 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 10:31 left to play here in the first quarter. We're just getting started. Stay tuned, everybody.
Make This the Summer event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lincoln. During the Make This the Summer event, you make no monthly payments for 90 days, plus 0% APR for 48 months, or $1,450 retail consumer cash, plus $1,000 bonus cash, plus $750 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Offer good on all new 2021 Dodge Durango models when financed through Chrysler Capital. The Make This the Summer event is underway at Abernathy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1442 East Main Street, Lincoln. Just arrived, a big new shipment of Can-Ams at Al Lane Motorsports in Lincoln. Come get yours before it's gone. And now get 3.99% APR financing for 36 months on all Can-Am, ATV, and SSV models. Plus save too on your new Toro Z more with financing as low as 0%. Al Lane Motorsports, 3636 Highway 27 east of Lincoln. Online at allanemotorsports.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, welcome back to Ashbrook High School, everybody. The Green Wave ready for the little pooch kick that time, and they take it out to the 42, good field position.
Yep. We'll see if they have kind of calm. I mean, it's still. I mean, they were only had one play offensively, and that was the fumbles. But sometimes, that can calm you down a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see if they can regroup here. Yeah. First down at their own 42, so good starting field position. Meeks
Spread out
in the shotgun.
Yeah.
He looks to throw.
Throws to the sideline, caught at midfield, and he's down to about the 49.
Close to a first down. We'll see if they give it to him.
Flag comes in.
Late flag over by a couple of Ashbrook offensive linemen.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
I don't see any Rebels in the area.
Illegal man downfield, it looks like.
Yep. So that'll bring it back for Ashbrook. Another penalty.
Yep.
That's 3 penalties already on the Green Wave here.
Yeah, so the play got him near the first down. May have given it to him possibly, but the penalty sets him back 5, so it'll be 1st and 15.
Yep, that was Nate Weber who caught the pass. Unfortunately, negated by the penalty, so 1st and 15 now for Ashbrook, backed up to the 37. Meeks again in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers.
Motions his man behind him, and now we got another penalty. False start. So 1st and 20 coming up for the Green Wave.
Moving in the wrong direction here. Rocky start, to say the least. Again, first game of the season. A lot of these teams like West Lincoln, have already been able to work out the jitters. Ashbrook's got to do that on the fly here tonight.
Yep.
1st and 20 back at the 32.
Like about the same play here.
Little option here. Meeks is going to keep it
himself, and he's going to be tackled down to about the 40 or 37 before he's brought down.
Yeah, he gets about 5 on the carry. That'll make it 2nd and 15 for the Green Wave. Now 3 receivers to the near side of the field. 4 in the formation with Meeks back in the shotgun.
Yeah, so far Ashbrook really kind of spreading out their offense here. And now especially.
5 receivers in the formation. Meeks
under pressure, works out of it. Now he's going to keep it himself. He's got some room to run.
Oh, he takes a shot.
Clean. It was a clean
Big
one,
hit.
But it was definitely going to feel that one.
That's Zach Dagler delivering the big hit. Pickup of about 10 on the run there for Meeks. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 now for Ashbrook.
He took it well. I mean, that was it looked like just shoulder pad to about his chest area.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really good hit. But now that brings up, is that 3rd and 5?
Yep, 3rd and 5 at the Ashbrook 47. Meeks in the shotgun, 3 receivers and a tight end in the formation.
Yep.
They hand it to Bess.
Oh, and he's going to be
about a yard short. So 4 yards on the carry there for Carmelo Bess, his first run of the night. And that'll be 4th and 1 now for Ashbrook, just across midfield at the West Lincoln 49.
Yeah, if I'm Ashbrook,
they're
going for it. Yeah, I was going to say, if they didn't.
Meeks still in the shotgun here. He
another
hands it to
handoff,
Bess.
He's got it. Still fighting. Got it to about the 46 before he was pushed back.
Yeah, just needed a yard. He picked up about 3 there to give Ashbrook its first Turner Hauser Insurance first down of the ball game.
Yep.
And so the Green Wave now have it at the Rebels' 46-yard line. First and 10 for Ashbrook as they finally get it moving here. 4 receivers in the formation.
One in
comes
motion.
Across.
Yep.
Meeks drops back, looking to throw. He's going to scramble.
Oh,
he finds his man.
Good job there. Right at the first down, maybe about a yard short to where they're going to mark him. 2nd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, that was Weber there on the catch. They connected earlier before the penalty negated it.
Yep.
So 2nd and 1 now at the 37 for Ashbrook.
So Meeks, the quarterback, doing a good job when that pressure comes and collapses the pocket. He's working. He's just kind of, shooting out of it.
Yeah, he's been elusive.
Yeah.
Good mobility back there. 2nd and 1.
West Lincoln bringing blitz.
Hand it to Bess, and he gets the first down. Good tackle there by Kester, or else he could have got a lot more. But a couple on the carry there for Bess, and that's another Ashbrook first down. Ball at the Rebels 36 now. So Meeks has it going, and now they're getting the running back, Carmelo Bess, involved. He's got a few carries, a couple first down runs here on the drive now.
Yep, just doing what he needs to do.
Green Wave keeping the field spread out, 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Meeks back in the shotgun next to Bess. Man in motion across the formation. Meeks pump fakes going over the middle, deep.
That's going to, and the pass interference flag comes in. Contact was made. Not exactly sure who it was that made the contact. Trying to see a number. I think it was, is that 15?
Might be 15.
I believe it's 15.
Trent Goins back there at his safety position. But if he doesn't grab him, that could be a touchdown.
Yeah.
Definitely no question on that pass interference call, and that'll give the Green Wave another first down here on this drive as they march down on the doorstep of the red zone. They'll spot it at the 21, so 15-yard penalty on the Rebels.
Yep, so 1st and 10 coming from, like you said, the West Lincoln 21. Ashbrook trying to get that touchdown. They gave up right back here.
Meeks in the shotgun.
Showing blitz, they do.
Meeks is going to keep it himself up the middle.
Himself gets a few.
2, maybe 3 on the carry there for Meeks. See where they put it down.
Yeah, I believe they're going to spot him at the 19, so 2-yard gain there. 2nd and 8.
Takes Ashbrook down into the red zone for the first time tonight. So Meeks back in the shotgun, 3 receivers in the formation. 2nd and 8 at the 19. Play action pass. He's got his tight end, but overthrows him. Could have been.
Nearly intercepted by Winnick there.
A dangerous throw there. He had his man. He had his tight end come open over the middle. That play action got the linebackers to bite up.
Yeah, just overthrew him.
Just missed him, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8 now for Ashbrook here at the Rebels' 19-yard line.
Yes, Ashbrook was moving the ball pretty good. Things get harder down here the closer you get to the goal line.
See if the Rebels could stand tall here with their backs against the goal line.
Yep.
The passes dropped on the outside, so it would have been close to a first down if he could have hauled it in, but pass dropped, and that'll bring up 4th and 8 now for Ashbrook. We'll see. Don't know anything about the kicking game.
I don't either. But if this is any indication, unless they're just going to try to draw an offside here.
That even wouldn't do them much good.
Yeah. That'd just get them a little bit closer at this point. So
4th and 8, they're keeping the offense out on the field.
Yep.
Ball on the West Lincoln 19-yard line. Meeks will line up in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, including his big tight end in the slot. And he rolls to his left.
He's got his man. Oh, well, he did for just a
second.
Under
pressure, he brought down in the backfield. Sack, West Lincoln. Gets the turnover on downs. Who is that? I believe that's Xander Hedrick, the senior linebacker, on the sack there for the Rebels. And so West Lincoln will take over. Big stand for the defense after Ashbrook had something going there. That was a good drive. They were moving the ball.
Yeah.
Danny. 15-yard scamper by McCombs for the TD, Tom. and I was unable to really get all the drive stats. I had him for a few first downs, and I was trying to work out the technical difficulties. I do apologize to our listeners. We don't have the best internet signal up here, and it was causing havoc, so we do apologize. But on the Mr. Sparky scoreboard, with 3:37 left to go first quarter, it is 6-0 Trojans, who are now in the 2-point, going for 2, as Boykins gives to McCombs through a little crease. Did they get him down? They did. They say no good.
No
so
good.
Cherville in there. Cherville defender knifed in there and knocked him down. But 6-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hello, this is Cherry.
So good field position as they exchange punts. It almost ends up close to where it was when Shelby punted. So
Absolutely.
Dalen Lee back out there. Shelby trailing 3-0 on our No Malarkey Call Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And in motion goes Adams. He gets it. He cuts it back up, gets a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, and that was, Shelby generally does a great job on that little shovel forward pass, and they get the corner, but there were 2 South Point Stallions waiting at that corner, and Adams was that Adams?
Yeah, Marquise.
He did a great job of cutting up and getting something.
Yeah, so it's going to be a pass play of 1 yard. 2nd down, 9. Ball at the 44. Lee pump fakes, goes up top. He's got a man. It's caught, but he might be out of bounds. Let's see.
They're going to signal him inbounds. And
Wow,
that is a great throw and catch. Wow.
Let's get the number there. That's Demetrius Thompson.
Wow, and that was a double move, but the corner was not faked out at all, and that was just a perfectly thrown pass.
And Shelby quickly up. They don't even get the down markers down. It's to the 21, past it 23 yards. And Lee's going to throw it, and he's going to the end zone. Luke Williams and Demetrius Thompson. Thompson, does he have it? Touchdown, Golden Lions. Demetrius Thompson hauls it in for the 21-yard TD, and the Golden Lions take the lead, 6-3. And his teammates are letting him know what a big play he just made, 2 in a row.
Another great pass and great catch. 4:03 remaining. Berkowitz on to attempt the point after touchdown.
Luke Williams to hold. I believe McCracken is the long snapper. The ball's yanked left, but it's good. 7-3, Shelby, 4:03 to go. First quarter, back after this.
Who's rumbling, and down he goes.
That's Rob Ward.
So Ward with a fumble recovery is again Miller with a little problem on the center exchange and then a handoff to the running back, Danny.
Yep. So they turned the ball over here with 3:20 left here in the first quarter in Henrietta.
There's a flag on the play, Danny.
Okay, let's see what that flag is.
Let's see what they've got. As there's declined, it's against the Ironmen, so that is a turnover. So if you're just joining us, 6-0 on your Mr. Sparky No Malarkey scoreboard. Chase already on the board, and now they're in business, Danny. They're going to take it at the Cherville 22.
Yeah, it's Chase used the running game and the passing game. They did complete one pass there in the first quarter, Tom, a 6-yard. They've completed 2 passes so far for a total of 6 yards.
So here comes McCombs, who the affectionately calling the monster here in the press box. He is.
Time call.
All right, timeout. So we'll take it with him. 6-0 on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Chase in front of Cherville. We'll be right back.
748-2202. Like them on Facebook.
Generate.
Yeah, that was a 59-yard kickoff, but the fact he had to kick off from 35, and it was a little bit low, and that was tough. And there was one of the Golden Lion defenders got trucked on that, and he got absolutely just knocked backwards. And are they going to say he stepped out of bounds? I guess they are, because he's going to be down at so maybe Berkowitz will get credit for that tackle because that's where he jumped over Berkowitz. So
yeah, so at the 33 of Shelby, so that about an 18-yard difference there, and Berquist did a good job to get over there and force him to step out of bounds. But still good field position. The Stallions take over. Shelby 33, 3:48 to go here. First quarter, pretty exciting one so far. McCrory to pass, and his receiver wasn't looking. They were running.
Yeah.
They were not on the same page, as they say.
Yeah, nowhere near to the same page because if the receiver's still not looked back. It's interesting, Golden Lions have been able to put a little bit of pressure on McCrory because he doesn't hold it very long. It's a lot of quick passes, and he threw that, and apparently his receiver thought it was a much longer pass.
Yep, Sims in at running back. He's going to throw again, gets good protection this time, puts it up, and in between a couple of Shelby receivers, incomplete. And that was Hopper and Adams in coverage with also T.J. Griffin drifting back. So,
and that attempt was to Rawlinson, and as we mentioned, he's only 5'5", 135, but he can fly.
Yeah, you don't mind the jump ball to him. You don't want the pass out in the flat because he'll make you miss and look silly.
Absolutely, and I could see where this could be a perfect place to do that pump fake and go.
Hamrick's up on the left defensive end. Let's see if he rushes here on 3rd and 10. And he comes in late, and up in the pocket goes McCrory. He steps, throws, and again, Rawlinson drops it. Drops it.
That was a really nice job of getting away from the pass rush. He stepped up, and he threw a really nice ball to an open receiver, and he just dropped it. South Point's going to go for this. They're in that no man's land.
Yeah.
50 is a little too far to kick a 50-yard field goal, but you really don't want to punt from the 33.
So Jalen Petty comes in, Hopper off, just barely. Actually, Griffin off. So they got an extra DB. He's going to throw it. He's got a man, but I think he's a yard shy of the first down unless they give him a heck of a spot.
I think they're going to give him that heck of a spot.
Well, it's right at the sticks. And
I'll tell you what, it was a great throw and catch, but it looked like he came back to make that catch, and he got a really, really nice spot.
And it's not where your knees are, it's where the ball is. And he came back and caught it. And anyway, generous spot. 10 yards, first down. They go to the corner of the end zone, and it's caught, but I think out of bounds.
Yep, it's going to be out of bounds. That was a nice job of shoving him out of bounds by the Shelby defensive back, and can't see his number from here, Brent.
I think it was Adams, but I'm not sure. So that previous pass was degenerate. That was a 10-yarder, and I'm just surprised they didn't even measure. I mean, it was that close, but they didn't.
It was a great throw and catch. It really was, but we would like to see a better spot for us.
2nd and 10, and they're going to throw it again, and it's short and hit immediately, but it's a short gain, 4 or 5. Let's see the spot.
I think it's going to be a 4-yard gain, so that's going to be 3rd down and 6. And that was a very sure tackle. And who was that? Was that number 44? Nick Norris on that?
It may have been 20. It was either him or 24 Petty. I couldn't get the number. So modest gain. That was Rawlinson again. He's been the favorite receiver.
Snap is on the ground. Number 2, the running back picked it up and got almost back to the line of scrimmage. So now we're looking again at 4th down and 7. And be interesting to see what South Point does here. This is within field goal range. Now, one thing in their game against Northwestern, Brent, they scored 2 touchdowns on 4th down.
Wow.
So that they're not against going for it, and they are going to go for it this time. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Clock is running. Shelby leads 7-3. 4th down and 7.
Shotgun. He's going to throw it. He looks back. He wanted to throw the screen, but it was covered, and then he hits Generate downfield, and he reaches for the end zone. Touchdown, South Point.
I think that's going to come back, though, because they had a screen set up, and then he threw it downfield, and it is going to come back. That's the ineligible man downfield. And you cannot you can't be upset with offensive linemen because one of the Shelby defensive linemen Santana saw the guy was leaking out for the screen, and he covered him. And so the quarterback had to, what are we going to do? He made a great throw. It was a great catch, but you can't do it when you got a man downfield. So that's still going to be 4th down. Now it's 4th and 12.
You rarely see that sniffed out that well where he was just blanketed.
Especially this early in the season.
Yeah. And now he's going to throw it. He's going to the end zone. He's well overthrown, and their flag comes down. They're going to call pass interference on the golden line. That'll be a first down.
And, yeah, I'd say it was pass interference. And it's a shame. I don't know if he had to do it because that pass was so far overthrown. Of course, part of the reason the pass was overthrown might have been because there was interference. Now, if it's half the distance to the goal line, it may not be. So it's a 15-yard penalty in high school.
Yep.
But if it's half the distance to the goal line, it may not be a first down.
It's to the 14, and it's going to be about
1 yard short.
4th and 1, I believe.
So it's going to be, what, an 11-yard penalty? Is that what it's going to be when it's all said and done?
Yeah.
So still 4th down, 4th and short. 1:34. Clock is running, which I thought it should have stopped at that time.
And handoff, and he's busted it. Thompson is busted through and all the way for the touchdown. And that's from 14 yards out. Let me do some math here.
Yep, I think it was 14 yards out, and that was number 23, Jaquan Thompson.
And South Point takes the lead back with that touchdown run, numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. And D'Estacio in for the point after. He's already connected on a 25-yard field goal.
And that was on 4th down.
High snap, gets it down. It's a low kick, but it's through. And South Point leads 10-7 on the Settle Heating and Air PAT. Back after this.
It's time to power up. Power up with Skag Power Equipment, powered by Vanguard from Elliott Supply Company in Polkville.
First down brought to you by Medical Center Pharmacy of Cherryville. And I'll tell you what, they had initially marked him short.
Yeah, they did.
And they ended up moving the ball forward and giving a first down.
Ball spotted, I believe, on the 36-yard line of the Trojans. 1st and 10.
So this is the second first down, and I think someone's got to get a timeout here. Is it may be, I'm not sure who called it. It looks like maybe Cherryville calls a timeout. So we'll take it with them. 14-0 chase over Cherryville on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard, but Cherryville driving. We'll be right back.
At Williams Auto and Truck Sales in Cherryville, they offer competitively priced vehicles and service that
7.
Really good run there.
So the Green Wave in business now after that Turner Hauser Insurance first down to start the drive. Now Meeks first down, back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 out to his right.
West Lincoln blitzing.
Meeks drops back. He's got some time.
He's going to toss it, but overthrows his man. Had him.
Yeah, had a man open down there on the sideline. Just airmailed it out of bounds, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yep, intended for Leslie there. Had him in the route there going to the sideline, but just overcooked the throw a little bit. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Meeks, he's got great presence back there
Yeah,
in the pocket. He feels the rush well. He moves around well.
He's done a really good job when the pocket's collapsing. He gets out of it. So
2nd and 10 now, Ashbrook. Again, Meeks in the shotgun here. 2 receivers to either side. Man in motion now. A little option.
They toss it outside to Leslie.
Got the corner. Leslie cuts back up. He
ball's
fumbles
out,
it.
and then it goes out of bounds. So
fortunate there for Ashbrook.
Yeah.
They put the ball on the ground again, but it bounces.
Actually helped. The fumble helped him because where it bounced out of bounds, it was at the 40.
Yards.
Yeah, right at center field. So with the fumble, it's an Ashbrook first down.
Pickup of about 13 on the carry there on the little option pitch.
Yeah, about 3 of them were when the ball was by itself.
A couple extra to get the first down.
Just how they drew it up.
Yeah,
You know, that was all part of the plan there.
Meeks drops back. He's under pressure. He's rolling. He's going to tuck it.
He's got some speed.
Yeah, he's
got around the corner there and nearly got the first down. Going to mark him about 1.5 yards short.
Yeah, they'll mark him down at the 41 is where he stepped out. So 2nd and 1 as the Green Wave moves into West Lincoln territory here. This offense is clicking. Of course, the first snap of the ball game was a fumble for Ashbrook, but they've settled down since then, and now they've got it working. Meeks in the shotgun, a running back to either side. 3 receivers in the formation. Meeks will keep it himself up the middle. He gets a couple and another first down for Ashbrook out to the Rebels' 38-yard line.
Yep. Got 3 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 38 here. Ashbrook trying to keep this momentum going, trying not to stall out like they did on their last drive that they put together. Had a really good drive going, got in the red zone. Weren't able to make anything of it. Trying to keep this good drive going and not stall out.
Meeks in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. He looks that way.
He's got a
going deep over the middle, and it's off his receiver's hands. Probably should have had it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just a touch high, but that, I mean, in both of his hands.
Yeah, you gotta haul that one in open over the middle of the field.
Yeah,
would have gone for at least 30, if not a touchdown.
Yeah.
So another drop for Ashbrook, and that brings it to 2nd and 10. The ref actually spots the ball at the 37 for some reason. Line of scrimmage is the 38.
Yeah. Ball reset maybe here.
Needs to be.
Yeah. Yep, and it will. I was going to say.
I wasn't the only one who caught it.
I'm sure Ashbrook wasn't going to complain.
No, they weren't going to say anything.
Oh, that spot looks fine right there.
So 2nd and 10 from the 38 now for Ashbrook. Big drop on that last possession, kind of stalled it on 3rd down, and then that's a killer one there. So 2nd and 10, Meeks in the shotgun. Play action. Looking deep again.
Deep to his man.
Oh, man. Just overthrew him.
Oh, that's not a flag, is it?
No flag on the play. That's Fox, the intended receiver. He got maybe turned around a little bit on the goal line, but the throw just a little too far in the end zone. So now 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yeah, I saw something yellow in color down there about the 13. Didn't know for a second. I don't know what that is.
I think it might be a leaf, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it is, yeah.
It's something. Thankfully not a penalty flag. 3rd and 10 at the West Lincoln 38 for Ashbrook. Meeks in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He hands it off to Bess, trying to get the edge.
He gets it, but then,
he's chopped down by the corner over there. I think that's Winnick who came in to make the hit.
Mm-hmm. Big hit, too, there.
Got
it out. Yep, got it out to the 35, picked up 3.
Yeah, that is 3 on the carry there for Bess, and that'll bring up 4th and 7 at the Rebels 35. Kind of no man's land here, so expect Ashbrook to go for it, and they do keep the offense out there. So West Lincoln, again, defense trying to stand tall on 4th down and get off the field.
I will say Ashbrook has looked very explosive in this game. I mean, they've had a lot of plays that could have really been something big. That
getting guys open, just not been able to hit them, and Ashbrook will call it 2nd time out of this first half. Rebels lead it 7-0, 7:12 left to play here in the first half. We'll step aside for just a minute and be right back.
King and Lincolnton is celebrating 50.
Number 9, Jackson Owens.
We've said Jackson Owens quite a few times tonight.
We have.
So Owens in on the stop. And big 3rd down for Cherryville. Boy, what a win this would be for their defense to be able to force a chase punt.
If they could stop them right here, I believe they would punt. They're not really in 4-down territory yet.
35-yard line. Incomplete pass or tackle for loss is what you're pulling for here. And it's going to be McCombs who knifes his way. 1st down and more to the 45-50, 45-40, 35-30. Spun out of bounds by Owens, but not before he's got a big gain, Danny.
Yeah, big, tremendous game. Let's see, on yardage.
So give him, he was at the 35, Danny, so give him 15 and then 20 more, 35. I'm going to give him 37 yards. It's all the way down to the 28.
Wow.
So that is a medical center pharmacy first down, and I tell you what, that hurts, as Cherryville had a favorable down and distance but couldn't get off the field. And now it's the Chase Trojans driving again. So first down after that 37-yard run.
That's 106 yards on the ground.
I tell you, he's a workhorse. Ball out in the flat, incomplete. He was looking out there for Darren Johnson, but a little too tall and incomplete. I tell you what, I don't know if I'd run another play that didn't involve McCombs, Danny.
I know it.
Again, Shelby is going to start
on their 20.
On their 20-yard line.
And just a minute ago, Shelby was up 7-3.
And had fourth down.
And had fourth down on South Point, fourth and 16, or fourth and, what was it? Fourth and
13, I think.
13, and then they got a pass interference penalty that gave them a 4th and 1, and then they connected for the touchdown. Lee, the ball on the ground, he picks it up. Now he's going to roll right. He throws it, nearly caught by Isaiah Bridges, who doesn't have a catch tonight, and incomplete pass.
And the shame of that is Bridges was open. If the snap had been better, and I was kind of looking at three different things at one time. I didn't see if it was a particularly bad snap or if he just didn't handle it.
Yeah, it was low on the ground to his left, and then by the time he picked it up, he was hit while he threw it, and that's why it was incomplete. 2nd and 10, and hard count. South Point kind of dips into the neutral zone, but not far enough for the flag. And play clock at 10. Snap good this time. Lee's going to throw it, and it's dropped. And that was his running back key.
He's been on the receiving end of the last two passes, and now Chase has got it inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. A little pistol set. McCombs got it. He's trying to pick his way, but runs into a host of white jerseys who push him back.
Like number 21 and 65 for the Ironman. 21, Cooper Sloan. 65 is Corey Austin on the tackle.
So McCombs, I think, gets another first down as they're going to put the down markers down. That's another first down brought to you by the Medical Center Pharmacy. And now it is first down and goal Trojans, who are smelling a little blood in the water. They're up 14-0 here in the second quarter and looking for more.
Yeah, they got a couple wide receivers to the right, one to the left.
Yeah, they got, double right, one to the left. McCombs, the single back set to the left of Boykins. Boykins in the gun. And he sets, claps the hands, has it. He's going to throw it, avoids a rusher, rolling to his right, still rolling. Big 78's after him, flips it into the back of the end zone. And is it intercepted? Is it intercepted? It is.
It is.
Let's see who flipped the ball back. It's the guy right there on the goal line, Danny.
I got the binoculars on for your turn.
So we're trying to see the numbers towards us. It's an interception for Cherryville. So they'll take over. So the Cherryville defense holds, Danny.
They do, and that is number 21. That's Cherryville's number 21 is Cooper Sloan.
So Sloan comes up with a pick and bails out the Cherryville defense. A little ill-advised by Boykins. He probably could have run around the right side and gained a few yards.
Yeah, I think he could have, absolutely.
So we've got first down and 10 for the Ironmen from their own 20-yard line.
Extra point. So we'll step aside for just a second and be right back.
It's time to get your 2 cents worth. That's right. Everybody likes to get their 2 cents worth, and now you can at Lane Express Food Mart number 2 at 601.
Completing a huge hit on that was Rawlinson, and that was a big hit by Jalen Petty, but it's still a fairly good gain of about 4. And now I see why Rawlinson's stats from last week were quite a few catches but not a lot of yards, is they just throw the short passes to him, and then hopefully he does something with it. That's just a 4-yard pass there. So now he's caught passes of 6, 5, 7, 4, and 4 here tonight. Second down, 6. And it's going to be a handoff, a keeper by the quarterback, and he's going to have the first down inside the 30 to the 29. That's McCrory. Gain of 8.
So first and 10 for the Stallions on the Golden Lion 29-yard line. Again, 17-7. South Point Rock Hill, South Point Stallions are leading. 8:36 to go here in the first half. And after a pretty evenly matched first quarter, this second quarter has been all Stallions.
Back to throw McCrory. He's going to throw it out in the flat to Sims, and he makes the first guy miss again. And Baldry's going to have to drag him down, but he's got close to first down yardage. And
it's a tough situation. You throw that ball out to the speed man in space, and he's got some moves. I mean, he's not just a speed man. He's got some really good moves. So that's going to be second down and 2, I believe. Again, they are now down to the Shelby 21. Got to get down to the 19 for a first down.
So 8-yard pass to Sims. And now Thompson's back in, and his last 2 touches have been touchdowns, and this time it's a play fake. Petty with a nice knockdown of the pass, incomplete, intended for Rawlinson.
Yeah, that was a quick slant off the fake, and nice play.
Is your dealer for Under Armour.
Nice play by the Golden Lions. Ball was knocked off the defensive back's hand into the back of the umpire.
Third down and 2 for the Stallion. Shelby defensive front does some shifting, and then they hit Thompson in the mouth, and that's Malachi Hamrick, I believe, coming through there, and that's a big loss. That's a loss of 4.
It's going to make it 4th down and 6, and I don't see them bringing in the field goal kicker, so I think they're going to try to get another big play on this 4th down. Down to 7:16 left here in the first half.
You almost wonder if that's the same play they scored the touchdowns, and Malachi said, not this time.
Absolutely.
4th and 6. McCrory to throw. Late rush comes. They get to him, but he gets the pass off to Thompson. Can they make the tackle? He gets away, and he gets the first down. He breaks a couple of tackles. And, again, Shelby just can't get out of their own way.
Can't get him on the ground. I mean, we hit him about 5 yards short, and he got out of that. And it looked like we were going to push him out of bounds at about the yard marker, and he just kept on going. So that was a great run. And South Point has first down on the Shelby 16. Only the 6th first down, but the trouble is the last 3 times South Point's had the ball, it's been in Shelby territory.
Well,
last 2 times.
So he needed 6. He got 9. And like you said, I mean, there were so many chances to stop him short there, and it's just – like you said, you got to make those plays, and like Coach said in the pregame, those are the plays you got to make in a game of this magnitude. 1st and 10, McCrory throws to the end zone. I believe that's Generate touchdown, sliding catch. Throw. And South Point extends the lead to 23-7. What was that, 6? Got to get the yardage here.
16?
Yep, 16 yards. 16-yard touchdown catch, Generette, his 3rd catch tonight. First touchdown catch. And Estacio in for the point after trying to make this score 24-7. That was a numbers, tax, and bookkeeping touchdown. Shelby defense just starting to look a little worn down. Bad snap, but they get it down. The kick's up and good. 24-7 after the Settle Heating and Air PAT. We'll be back after this. 6:44 to go. 24-7.
Picks it up.
yardage. They need to get to about the 43-yard line for the first down. They're back inside the 20 right now. They'll go back to the running attack, straight up the middle, a short gain to the 25.
Yep, and he'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to bring the punting unit back on there and get the ball back to Alexander Central right here.
Ken Hines, the ball carrier that time.
Yeah, right up the gut. Good hard running by Ken Hines, but just no blocking there. And Alexander Central was kind of playing a safe defense, able to creep up and drop him after that 5-yard gain.
Well, the punting units, we're seeing a lot of this tonight. Excuse me, one of these games where we've only seen one score, but again, that was a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And RS Central may burn what's their last time out of the first half. We'll take it as well. 6:57 to go here in the second quarter. And on the McDonald's scoreboard, the score, Alexander Central 8, RS Central 0. We're back in 1 minute on your True Oldies Downtown Radio.
Livers, Thursday.
Got the edge. We saw them change the play there at the last minute. Got into the perfect look. And now first down Rebels at the Ashbrook 36-yard line. West Lincoln has to finish it off this time around. Yep. Truesdale's going to throw.
He did have Avery, but he had to move because of the pressure.
He just throws it away. We'll see. Was he out of the pocket?
Yep. No, they're going to call grounding. Yep.
So that'll be loss of down and the yards.
Yep.
He was running around back there. I guess he didn't get out of the tackle box.
Still some discussion on exactly where he was. It was close as far as if he was out of the pocket or not.
There definitely wasn't a receiver anywhere in the area. No. Certainly just trying to get rid of it. And they do call intentional grounding.
Yep. So like you said, that'll be a loss of down and a loss of yards.
That'll make it second and about 24.
Yeah.
So the ball's right on midfield here for the Rebels. Tough penalty there.
Mm-hmm.
Loss of down and the 14 yards on the penalty.
Yeah. Well, they went to the pass before, I would imagine. I don't know.
Yeah, they were looking to throw there, and Ashbrook just got immediate pressure, and Truesdale just had to get rid of it. Couldn't get it out of bounds, and then there's the intentional grounding call. So second and long, Truesdale looks to throw again, rolling left. He's looking deep.
And just overthrown, kind of some confusion from the route runner there on exactly what the play was.
Yeah, just a connection not there for the Rebels, and so that'll make it 3rd and 24 now. Third and 24, ball at midfield. Closing in on 2 minutes to play here, so
Ashbrook gets a stop here. They still got plenty of time to make something happen. I'm not exactly sure.
They don't have any timeouts left.
Yeah, they have no timeouts.
Had to waste their last one on that extra point that ended up being missed anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So 3rd and 24, Truesdale in the shotgun for the first time tonight. And he'll just hand it to Avery.
Well, that's not always a bad idea.
He gets a good chunk of it down to the 35. He's out to about the original line of scrimmage. So he picks up 15, and that'll bring up 4th and 9 at the 35, and that probably gives the Rebels a chance to go for it here.
I believe I would. I mean, it's like this is kind of no man's land. I mean, you're not really going to gain anything from punting.
Looks like West Lincoln's going to call a timeout and talk it over here. A minute 46 left to play in this first half. West Lincoln facing 4th and 9 in Ashbrook territory. We'll be right back.
Having trouble finding a good selection of furniture for your home? Well, not anymore. At Carolina Furniture Mart in Lincoln, and they are stocked wall-to-wall and rooftop tall. And they sell right off the floor. You pick up or they will deliver to your home. They run their own trucks, keeping their showroom full of a wonderful selection of
conversion. I want to say that. Is that Owens on the reception, number 9?
Number 9.
So
yes.
Owens on the reception, 2-point. That makes it 14-8.
Yes.
Chase over Cherryville. So Cherryville right back in it. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ironman Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
Carpenter Porter Funeral and Cremation Services in Cherryville is there for you in your time of need. They're a progressive and comprehensive funeral service provider, promoting the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service. Funeral directors John Porter, Scott, and Hannah Garrett are there to help you and give you guidance during one of life's most difficult times. For more information, call 704-435-6711. Located at 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville and online at carpentersfuneralhome.net, a member of the National Funeral Directors Association.
Team in action tonight is Chase hosting Cherryville. Of course, Chase looking real good so far on the season. They're unbeaten, and we'll check on that and much more coming up during the Farm Bureau of Rutherford County halftime show. 6:24 to go in the second quarter, and thank goodness the young man is coming off after that injury, very carefully coming off. We hope he's going to be okay, and that, by the way, was number 22, Xavier Toms, who's very important to this Hilltopper team.
Yeah, defensively, offensively, in the kicking game, return game, he is a very dynamic player for our Central. They did not need to lose him.
Second down and 1 needed here. They'll go back to Shoemaker, the big fullback, and he's got the first down and a little bit more. It took about 3 different RS Central defenders to wrap him up at the 17.
Yep, another good hard run by Alexander Central right in the teeth of the RS Central defense there. Let's see if RS Central can make a stand right here, as we mentioned. One thing I see the Cougars doing right now, they're having a good pace on their offense as well. They're getting up on the ball right there. They're snapping it pretty quick. And not only let the RS Central defense get a lot of rest here. Here's Central again, once in there, 4-4.
Cougars with another Weeks transmission first down just a moment ago.
Yeah, quarterback there for the Cougars checking on the sideline.
Yep, they did. He'll go back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker going straight ahead. Then he runs into a RS Central Hilltopper blue wall, so to speak. He did get a short game, but no further than the 15.
Yeah, I think RS Central will be happy with that short game by the Cougars right there. Good hard tackle by the RS Central linebacker coming up and dropping the ball carrier.
Yeah, just barely a yard on that play. Second down and 9 coming up. And again, we're going off what we see on the field, so we're going to eye in and do that. That's something that's not providing us on the clock here tonight for whatever reason. Quarterback with a quarterback keeper goes to the outside, cuts back inside, and Hammer takes it inside the 5 for another Weeks transmission first down.
Yeah, good job running by Hammer there for Alexander Central. They're pretty close to scoring. It's like they're at the 2-yard line there. Did get sustained a hard hit by the RS Central defense, but he was able to get back up. And one thing I do like about the Alexander Central offense is that they break the huddle. They don't mess around a lot. They go ahead and get up on the ball, and they go ahead and snap it, and they don't give RS Central time to adjust of what they're trying to do offensively.
Yeah, you make an excellent point with that, JB. You're exactly right. Here they are, first and goal at the 4-yard line with a tight formation this time. Back to Bumgarner as he goes off the right side, tried to get behind some blockers. He's to the 2-yard line.
You know, able to move the ball. Looks like it's right there at the goal line there. So Alexander Central very, very close to putting the ball in the end zone, but still not there yet. Let's see if RS Central can bow up right here and make a big stop.
One receiver to the far side, several running backs bunched in, and it is a quarterback keeper by Hammer. Did he get across the goal line? The officials say he did. A 2-yard touchdown run. He's got his second TD of the night.
Yeah, that touchdown drive, look, it was almost inevitable there. They kept getting a couple yards, and they finally able to punch it in right there. So currently right now, looks like it's going to be 14-0 right here. They have 16 on the scoreboard. I know that was just a 6 point, so 14-0, and we'll see what they decide to get for 2 right here.
After another touchdown by their QB, Hammer. Most of the kids in high school these days, and a lot of these young folks won't remember MC Hammer's Hammer Time, but he might have heard that from some of the adults.
I'm sure he's heard it at least a couple of times. I hope so. But he's a good-looking young player for them.
He is under center as they're going to try for 2 points again. Here's an inside handoff, and the defense should be able to wrap him up. A great job as they are able to get to Braden Rowe, and Rowe could not get in, so at least they prevent the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that defensive stop right there on the 2-point conversion by the Hilltoppers. So hopefully they'll be able to get fired up. Let's see if they can get something going offensively right here.
So let's give you an update as we'll go to a quick break here on the Rutherford County High School Football Clash of the Week on the McDonald's scoreboard, with locations not just in Rutherford County, but also they've got the location in Columbus, and they're at Gardner-Webb and Bowling Springs. 4:07 to go until halftime. It's now Alexander Central 14, RS Central 0. We'll continue in just a moment with more on True Oldies Downtown Radio.
Nothing Burns over Watauga. It was 7-0 West Lincoln over Ashbrook. McCombs knocked down.
Don't believe he got it.
Looked like number 90 was in on the tackle, and that's the young man. That's Beaver. And some others were in on that tackle. And let's see, I think Kevin Hastings may have some more scores for me. And he does. But we'll be right back. Score remains 20-8 on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Chase over Cherryville. You're listening to Ironman Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
It's happened again. Once again, the Captain's Cap Family Fish House on Linwood Road in Gastonia was voted the
They have been on the field the whole first half, it seems like, and 4 times had to start with the Stallions in their side of the field, and that's just a tough task there. D'Estacio to kick off and into the end zone once again. But there must have been a flag or something. They blew the play dead. I don't see a flag on the field.
One of the guys in the press box made the same comment. I don't see a flag anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, if you kick it and the ball's not been marked for play, that should be a 5-yard delay of game. But apparently,
a re-kick.
They're just going to kick it again.
It would be nice to be able to return one and see if we can get a little spark here.
4:05 left here on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard.
Now a line drive, knuckleball, takes about 3 bounces, fielded at the 3. And not much room there for Adams. He's tackled inside the 15. And
once again, really tough field position for the Golden Lions.
Absolutely, the Stallions team looking.
Shelby started on their 20, the South Point 45, and that was the touchdown. And then they're 21, they're 20, they're 10, and they're 15.
Yeah, and you look at the other way, and it's been all 4. Well, it could have been 4 straight possessions, but the penalty, the unsportsmanlike, kept them from having 4 straight drives in the Shelby territory. Now Shelby throws it complete. Actually, Thompson tried to turn with it before he had it, and it's incomplete. The surprise for me is no catches by Hamilton, no catches by Bridges, no catches by Williams for the Golden Lions. Those are all players with big-time stats on the year. 3 catches, though, by Thompson. 2nd and 10, and handoff. Actually, Lee keeps it, and he gets hit in the backfield for a loss.
So that's going to bring back the 3rd and long again, and we've got a Shelby player down.
Looks like a lineman. And so let's take an injury timeout here, and we'll come back in just a minute.
Cheerleaders here, the Hilltopper cheerleading group is doing a great job here tonight. They got a bunch of young ladies down there doing a great job cheering on their football team. So kudos to them tonight, being able to get up there and do a great job here. As you mentioned, seeing all the fans and all the parents out here watching the game is a very exciting atmosphere here at RS Central, and we're very fortunate with the pandemic to be able to see this here tonight, Paul.
RS Central needs to take advantage of this opportunity, folks. They've got it after that tremendous return. 1st and 10, already inside the 25. And on this running play, good pursuit by the defense this time as they'll bring the quarterback down to the 20.
Yeah, that was a good job by Alexander Central right there. Central was able to not sustain any kind of momentum getting the ball over up the field there, and Alexander Central dropped him. Looks like it's going to stay 2nd and 10 right there. So let's see if the Hilltoppers can, right here on 2nd down, to get a big play.
You're exactly right. There was no loss, no gain from the 21, and hold everything here. We've got flags down before the snap of the ball, and it was the defense jumping offside.
Yeah, and I know Central was very, very excited to get that. It puts them back in like 2nd and 5 right there, and that's the kind of downs they want to be in with their triple option offense. They think they can have success with those 2nd and shorts, 3rd and shorts, being able to convert those into first down.
On the McDonald's scoreboard, 3:19 to go until halftime. I want to remind you it's Alexander Central up 14-0, but RS Central right now in the red zone. And after picking up 5 yards on that penalty flag, they're just shy of the 15-yard line. Up the middle, breaking through several tackles, still on his feet before they get him from behind to the 7-yard line. What a run by Costin.
Yeah, Costin, some great effort there. Is able to find a little gap there, sprint through, and looks like give Central another Weeks transmission first down right there. They desperately needed that. Still driving on Alexander Central right here late into the second quarter.
Yep, JB's got it down, and every time we hear that name, Weiss Transmission, we know that's a good thing, especially for the main team, the Rutherford County team we're covering. And now they've got it 1st and goal at the 7-yard line of the Cougars. Let's see if the Hilltoppers can get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, sure. Check on the sideline, see what kind of play call the coaching staff comes up with here.
Shearer will hand off, and it's the big running back straight ahead, and he's taking tacklers with him. A tremendous run, but then a loose football at the end of this play. But wait, the whistle may have already been blown. The ball carrier down apparently at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, very hard running there. Look, probably Ken Hines Jr. again right there. I could not see who was running the ball there. See if you can see Paul will announce that name right there for our Central. Either him or Xavier Thomas looks like running through the middle of the defense there for the Hilltoppers.
Xavier Toms, we do believe, was the running back on that last play. And here they line up now from the 2-yard line. Shearer looking back and having a word with Coach Faircloth. And now we've got a flag against the Hilltoppers on a delay of game.
Yeah, and those kind of penalties that Central just can't afford. They're down there very, very close to scoring the ball. They were just checking on the sideline. The play call went, and then they're backing up 5 yards right here. So it went from 2nd and 2 to like 2nd and about 7 yards to go to get a touchdown here, and then they desperately need one before the half.
Well, they're back at the 7, but it's still goal to go from there. Here's a pitch. And the defense read it well and know where to go for Costin. He's brought down in the backfield.
Yeah, it looks like about a 3-yard loss for Hilltopper offense there. It's going to put him in a tough 3rd down position right here. And I know that, that big delay of game penalty hurt their offense right here, but they really, really need to try to punch this ball in for a touchdown.
Well, we saw them get the first down it was 1st and goal at the 7. They lose a yard. Now they've lost a few more. So here they go. From the 10-yard line, it is 3rd down and goal. Huge play coming up here. Xavier Toms still in the backfield right now. Trey Shearer in the shotgun formation as the QB. Double receivers to the near side. This is a snap that goes well over Shearer's head. He has to go back to the 30 to get it now. He's on the run far side of the field. He's going to go to the end zone. The pass is apparently intercepted by the Cougars.
Yep. It is intercepted by Alexander Central, and that penalty, that delay of game penalty, was very costly for Hilltoppers on that drive.
Well, I tell you what, you got to take advantage of opportunities, and Shearer was it was plain madness. The snap was super high, and JB, by the time he went back and got it, he was already standing around the 30-yard line. He was fortunate to be able to get away and not be sacked there.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job by Shearer right there, really, to get the ball out of his hands right there. They needed to try to get a score there, so he's trying to make a play happen. He saw a guy open in the end zone, and unfortunately the guy for Alexander Central that was there too and kind of wrestled the ball away from the wide receiver there. But nonetheless, the Hilltoppers are back on defense. They need to make a stop right here, not allow any more points to the Cougars right here before halftime.
The Cougars are up 14-0 with 1:19 to go until halftime. And the Cougars have decided they want to discuss things, so they will take a timeout. on the McDonald's scoreboard. And, of course, McDonald's, when you see the Golden Archers in our area, if you're over in Polk County, they've got the Columbus location. If you're over in Cleveland County in the Gardner-Webb area, Bowling Springs, that's a Dave Hunt Rutherford-managed McDonald's. And, of course, locations here in Forest City and Spindale as well. The McDonald's scoreboard, your latest score, 14-0. Alexander Central with the ball, with the lead, and we remind you 1:19 to go in the first half.
After that initial fumble, Gilmore paid it off with a 9-yard touchdown run. But Ashbrook settled into this ball game. Their offense started to click, and they put together a couple good drives, including the touchdown drive in the second quarter, finished with a Chandler Meeks fourth down touchdown run from 5 yards out. The extra point, I believe, the Rebels maybe got a fingertip on it.
Yeah, it was extremely close if they didn't.
So the extra point came up just short, and that's how the Rebels are clinging to a 7-6 lead here at halftime on the road at Ashbrook.
Coming onto the field.
So it looks like that's what it'll be. And it's just been, a little bit of a snowball effect here in the second quarter. The field position has been all in South Point's favor and some of the breaks as well. And Shelby's got to regroup at halftime and just not give up any more big plays. No rush. Berkowitz gets off end over end. It's actually bobbled and dropped, but then picked up by the up man, who's taken down about the 26. So good.
When they've been in put positions to stop Alexander Central, they've been able to do that. Their defensive line has done a good job. The linebackers are flying to the ball. Right now, very impressed with the defense so far, with it being 14-0 right here at Alexander Central.
And we remind you, and JB reminded me of this a few minutes ago when we were talking about this game, while RS Central's had some opportunities that didn't work out to get on the scoreboard so far tonight, still plenty of football to be played. They've had turnovers, they've had penalties, whatever you want to say. We got to remember these guys have only played one game, and that was 3 weeks ago due to COVID.
Yeah, and you can tell this has affected them as far as their here comes the ball carrier for Alexander Central busting through.
Yeah, big carry here. This is going to give them a Weiss transmission, first down, and much more as they go back to that strong young man, number 22, Logan Shoemaker, and the ball now is sitting at their own 34.
Yeah, but going by what I was talking about, you can tell that, Central is just not firing all cylinders right now as far as offensively. They're looking pretty good on defense, but you can tell they haven't had a lot of practice time together. You can tell that they're not as good as they're going to be later on in the year, but they're trying to find a way to stop Alexander Central, and that is the halftime right there. So Alexander Central is going to let the clock run out.
They sure are, JB, and that will wrap up the first half of action here. The score on the McDonald's scoreboard, it is the Cougars of Alexander Central over RS Central, 14-0.
Timeouts.
They have them 2 on the board, Danny.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, I think they may have 2 timeouts. We'll have to check that. So from the 35-yard line, double wide receivers, one to the left, one to the right. Split backs, Miller's in the gun. And he'll bark the signal, have the ball, and it's going to be Sloan. Cuts it back, still makes a nice little run, makes a man miss, still on his feet, keeps the feet moving, takes on a tackler, and dives forward for about 8. What a run by Cooper Sloan.
He really earned that one.
And I'm just telling you, it's been some tough runs by Cooper Sloan, man. That's a tough kid. And they're not stopping the clock. And you might be right, Danny. They might be out of timeouts. I thought the board was showing 2.
Yeah, I've got them with no timeouts.
Okay, so they're out of timeouts. So offset eye, Miller's in the gun. And he's going to hand off to Sloan again, who tries the right side. He's got a first down. Give him about 5. That's a Medical Center Pharmacy first down. Clock will stop to move the chains, Danny, as the ball's out to the 49-yard line. So nice little couple plays there.
Good, couple good plays. Clock is running now.
Yeah, so it continues to wind. 20 seconds.
Maybe one play, unless they Well, it's probably a passing play right here.
Well, Cherryville huddled up, and now they're down to 13 seconds left to go on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Offset I again, double wide receivers left. Miller calls it out and play action, and he's going to let it go. He's got time over the middle, and jump ball knocked away. He was looking for a Hahn and knocked away by, I can't tell, I want to say that's number 9. But I couldn't say, yep, that's number 9.
Jackson Owens.
Durisma. No, it was intended for a
defender.
Hahn.
I'm sorry.
Durisma was the defender, and that ends the first half. So 26-8, the Trojans over the Ironmen. We now have the halftime show, which is brought to you by, let's see here, make sure I got my stadium halftime show is brought to you by Home Folks Cafe at Cherryville. Forgot to mention we had one punt that I can remember, Danny, and that punt is brought to you by Pigskin Barbecue.
Right.
HVAC.com.
The stats, and I'm telling you what, Macomb's stats are going to be
They're going to be big. They're going to be huge. They sure are, partner.
So we'll be back in just a few minutes. You're listening to Ironman Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
GSM Services is proud to sponsor high school football. GSM helps people live better through improved indoor air cleaning products, and much more. GSM has been taking
South Point leads 30-7. And that pass was thrown behind number 1, Jenrette. That's one of the things I noticed a few times. The pass was thrown behind the receiver against Northwestern. I had
All right, good evening, folks, and welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in to the Redzone radio channel. I'm Kevin Hastings in the studio tonight. Andre Bush helping me out. We're tweeting scores, getting them out and about across the area. As you can see on the score, here's our scoreboard. We got some games on the radio. We've been flipping back and forth. Excuse me. West Lincoln started off a little bit early tonight, so we didn't even get a chance to do an intro or anything really before we got into the studio, into the games. But here's some scores across the area. We have some games popped up that we didn't even know were playing tonight. Last minute reschedules. Christ School and Maiden tied right now, 14-14. I think. Let's see if I got that. I need to update that for you folks there. So we're gonna, kind of talk about that here in a minute. Christ School was supposed to play somebody else around here, and then that got canceled. Now they end up playing Maiden, and so Maiden is 14-14 right now. So other scores: West Lincoln 7-6 over Ashbrook. South Point, South Carolina 30-7 over Shelby. Alexander Central 14-0 over RS Central. Chase 26-8 over Cherryville. Crest 32-0 over North Gaston. Burns, that's now 14-6. So let's change that, folks, right here for you. Oh, some live editing right there. Whoops. 14-6 for you. Watauga. Bessemer City down 8-6 against Christ the King. Highland Tech now 45-6 against Drone. Noon Conner over up 7-0 over South Caldwell. Irwin 14-0 over Brevard. North Henderson and Owen were tied 21-21. Bunker Hill 14-0 over North Iredale. Christ the School 14-14 against Maiden. 14-14 Pickens and Pisgah. Any other scores? South Davidson 8-7 at halftime. I think that even made it to halftime, that score. So there's your scores. In fact, let me give you an update. Shelby just gave up another touchdown. It's 37-7. Shelby down against South Point. So let's click over there. I'll send you back to the stadiums here for just a few moments. And I tell you what, let's do some highlights. I think that's what we should do. Let's do some highlights. So So, folks, how do we get highlights? KTC Broadcasting at What's Up Shopper or is our Twitter feeds, KTC Scores, and so this is pretty much how we get our highlights. If you want to be on the highlights, all you got to do is, I tell you what, I'm gonna bring up the What's Up Shopper one because that worked pretty good. Let's do that. Let's scroll up. Let's start off the night. So on What's Up Shoppers, where we tweet all of our scores. So there's Tanner Halbert tweeting from North Gaston tonight. He was our reporter for the North Gaston and Crest game. So I'm going to try to make these as big as possible for you guys to watch online. Here we go. Whoop, that's the wrong thing I grabbed. This guy's trying what I'm trying to grab. A little on-screen editing. That's all right. I want to try to get you guys the best view I can here. All right, so this is a picture from North Gaston, Tanner Spot. Watauga with a new turf this year. So Watauga looking good with the new turf. I'm gonna get this set up how I want to. There we go. Now I can move some stuff around. Let's do this. All right, there's Watauga and their brand new turf there. All right, how about this is North Gaston going up. I mean, this is Crest going up on North Gaston early, 6-0. It's gonna be a play over into the corner. Kind of just missed it there late. Tanner didn't get moved down in time after an early fumble and short rushing touchdown. This is the extra point that gave West Lincoln a 7-0 lead. So we get the extra point. Didn't get the touchdown. This is South Point. Remember, South Point, South Carolina, taking a 3-0 lead here on the field goal. So South Point. I can't get my thing to look like I want it to look. All right, let's see. Go through some of the other scores. See if I can get any of these up. Because I like doing it from my tweet deck. All right, let's see. This is South Point. There we go. I can adjust now like I want. This is South Point going up 7-3. This is their first score against the Shelby Golden Lions. And it made it 7-3. South Point. No, this is Shelby scoring. Sorry, it's just Shelby's touchdown. It's going to be a pass into the corner. Look to your left. Ball into the corner. Floater. Touchdown. Good. Golden Lions take a 7-3 lead. I wonder if they had everybody scared out there. Didn't last long if they did. Let's see. This is Crest going up 12-0 against North Gaston. Over in Dallas. Quarterback dropping back to pass, looking right. It's got a man on the outs, catches him. Tries to get the end zone. 3 guys, and none of them could bring him down. Touchdown, Chargers, and made it 12-0. This is Bessemer City's Justice Cooper. 35-yard touchdown run. Video delay, 2-point no good. So we got the very end, I guess, of this play. Let's see what we got here from Justice Cooper. Obviously, of course, it doesn't. Update real quick. Here we go. This is Cooper's run. It's the end of it. As you can see, the touchdown there. That's all we got. And he celebrated. We got the celebration. Getting a little excited about that for Justice. This is Alexander Central going up 8-0 against RS. And it's up there in the top corner there. Let's see. It's South Point going up 17-7 against Shelby. Snap, low snap, handoff up the middle. Looks like only 2 guys had a chance to make a tackle there. Nobody or Shelby around for the defense. Lets him walk in the end zone. 19-0. This is Mari Adams scoring for the Chargers. Handoff right side, cuts back the middle and all the way back to the left. Nobody on that side of the field once he cut back, and he walked in to the end zone. This is a kind of a slow motion video Tanner got I don't know if he meant to do it in slow motion. It ended up blurry. But there's the pass, the ball going through the air. You can barely see on your screen probably. And Chris catches it in the corner. 26-0 Chargers at that point. Jason didn't get the video posted for the Ashbrook score. So quarterback sneak made it 8-6. Christ Crusaders over Bessemer there. I can't get this to work like my tweet deck is slowing up. We'll refresh that joker. All right, South Point. We'll get rid of some of this stuff. All right, Kahari Haynes. This might be the play of the night, folks. I'm gonna let it play for just a moment. So he makes the hit early in the game, forced fumble, picks it up and scores. So hit, fumble, and score. Yo, answer that! South Point 30-7 over Shelby. I had to yell down the hall. Phone was ringing. Not sure if they heard it. All right, so I cannot get this to be how I want it to be. Either way. Anyway, South Point leading big over Shelby right now. Let's try this one out. Let's see if it works now. No, it's not going to work. TweetDeck's not working tonight. TweetDeck's struggling, so we'll have to do all of our highlights from the What's Up Shopper homepage, which is no problem here. Let's see. We'll have to do it this way, though. Wow. That's what he called about. We get the weirdest complaints sometimes. Sorry about that. Somebody complained. The fair, Cleveland County Fair was canceled this week. Somebody just called to complain about the ad on the fair running still. I don't know what to say about that. All right, Ben Mooney with a 25-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Thompson. This made it 14-0 Bulldogs. A little swing pass for the Bullies, and that makes it 14-0. North Gaston Chris' 2-yard touchdown run for North Gaston. Levi Temple Vataga had a 1-yard run to make it 14-6 against Burns. And South Point went up 37-7. That was our last score. And then we just got, as you were watching, a score update. Yellow Jackets up the middle. Touchdown from about 55 out. See the name on that truck. Justice Cooper, 55 yards out. No good. Scores now 12-8. All right, folks, we're going to get it back out to the studio, out to the field. And we'll come back for some more highlights in just a little bit before the show ends. We'll be here on the Redzone channel till about 9:45. So I'll be doing this till about 9:45, folks. We'll come back for some more highlights. Second half highlights and scores in just a few moments. We'll send it out back to the field. I'm going to click around and see if I can find one of the games on. See who's on right now. I think West Lincoln and Ashbrook might be on by now. Let's check out them and go out to the field.
One, I believe.
Should, yep. Be a yard short. Second and 6 before, and it will.
Yep.
So 2nd and 1 coming up here.
On the Ashbrook 44 as the Rebels move into Green Wave territory. Man in motion.
Yep.
Truesdale pitches it to Gilmore.
Yeah, he's got it.
And that's another Rebels first down. Picks up just a couple before he's pushed out of bounds, but it'll be 1st and 10, West Lincoln at the Ashbrook 42-yard line.
Yeah. So moving very methodically here, as they like to do.
tell you that first offsides penalty on 3rd and 5 back starting this drive.
Yep.
Looming large. There's Avery up the middle.
Oh, my
just
goodness.
a battering
just runs
ram.
people over.
Good Lord. Picks up about 9 out to the Ashbrook 34. I tell you, he gets ahead of steam.
He got shot out of a cannon right there, and then it was just basically the defenders were doing everything they could just to latch on to slow his progress.
If you don't meet him right at the line of scrimmage, good luck.
He's getting,
And they pitch it to him, but flags.
False start against the Rebels. That'll back them up 5. So,
yep, they go a little early.
From 2nd and 1 to 2nd and 6 here.
That'll bring it back to the 39-yard line, I believe. Yeah. But after that good first down run by Avery, the Rebels are still ahead of the chains, even with the false start here.
Mm-hmm.
Ball back to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, so 2nd and 6 coming up here. Was 2nd and 1. They'll see if they go to the same play. It was coming together nicely. I mean, the blocking looked like it was going to be there. It was, ended very quickly, but they tried to toss it out to Avery. We'll see if they do it again.
You got the other side. Truesdale keep it a little option pitch.
Gilmore tries to make something. He's still going, and then he's brought down at the 36.
He got about a yard or 2 out of it somehow. Tell you, Truesdale just needs to ride that option a little longer before he pitches it. He's got to make that man commit to him.
He's got to make him bite. Yeah, he's got to get that defender to bite on him. That way, when he throws it out there, that his man's free.
He's got space. He has space to work with. But it's third and 4, I believe, at the Ashbrook 36. Definitely 4-down territory here for the Rebels.
Yep, they're going for it. Either way here, they're
Truesdale under center, and he's looking to throw, rolling
again.
left.
He's got Avery on the dump out, but underthrew him.
Short-armed it, didn't set his feet.
Yep.
And incomplete, so that'll bring up 4th and 5 now. I think I'd have run it on that 3rd down there. Are they going to punt?
Lincoln's looking like they're going to punt here, which kind of surprising, but I guess if they feel like they'd rather try and pin Ashbrook deep rather than try to get it themselves, I would watch out for a fake here.
Yeah, it's a good spot to do it. 4th and 5 at the Ashbrook 31. I believe that's Truesdale who's the punter.
Yep, they put Goins in front of him. Trent Goins has a little bit of speed himself. And
he does punt it straight up in the air.
Straight up. And it's going to bounce the wrong way for the Rebels.
Yeah, so that's a punt of about 5 yards. Seen a couple of those tonight, and so a promising West Lincoln drive that chews up half the quarter results in a 5-yard punt.
Yeah.
And Ashbrook will take over at its own 31 now. First drive of the second half for the Green Wave coming up. And that's just more of the same there for West Lincoln. A good drive and just stalls out.
Stalls out, yeah. And, if you're Coach Ponder for West Lincoln, after that punt, you're then, wishing you would have went for it, because the main reason you would punt there is try to
field
pin them
position.
deep.
Yep.
But you didn't do that. Handoff here.
New ball carrier.
Number 26. According to this roster, it's Trey Holland. I don't know if that's the same for yours.
I got here. Yes, Trayshawn Holland on that carry picks up a couple yards. 2nd and 8 now at the Ashbrook 33.
Yep.
Meeks in the shotgun.
And he does a little play action, throw out to the sidelines, caught, down for a first down, gets it out to about the 43, maybe 44.
Yeah, that was
before he got pushed out.
Best the running back there on the reception for the Turner Hauser Insurance first down. Ashbrook now at the 44-yard line after that completion.
Yeah, so, Ashbrook, they have had flashes. And they have, I've said it, they look much more explosive because they're a faster moving football team offensively. West Lincoln's bad snap. Oh my goodness.
He picked it up off the bounce and got 8 yards out of it out across midfield. So Meeks makes something out of nothing
picked
again.
It up, and then he just immediately turned the jets on there. I mean, he is so quick. I mean,
got some stop and start to him out there. 2nd and 2 now for the Green Wave into West Lincoln territory.
Yeah, so good position here to basically do about anything if you're Ashbrook. I mean, just a simple handoff would do it here.
See if maybe they take.
That was a big run back. Elijah Gibson, I think, pushed him out of bounds, but not before Tim, about a 10, 20, 30, 40.
They're going to mark it back at the 19. That's where he stepped out. The 24. But still, Chase is going to take over on the Cherryville 24-yard line, and that's just he's trying to keep the ball out of McCombs' hands and they kick it to him.
Yeah, that's a 40-some-yard return, Tom.
And it came all the way across the field, Danny.
Yeah, he sure did.
So it's 1st down 10. And guess who? McCombs, picking his way, still on his feet, got grabbed by the face mask, and here comes the flag.
That's Gavin Cease, I believe, on the tackle.
Well, I don't think it was a dirty play, Danny. I think he was just trying to grab onto something as he was picking his way. And ball's at the, I think he had about 5 yards on the carry in the 1st down. And it's going to be a 1st down in All-State. Check that. Medical Center Pharmacy of Cherryville 1st down. That's going to move it all the way inside the 10, all the way down to the 8-yard line. So big penalty against Cherryville. It's really going to be an 8-yard penalty, Danny, because it's going to be enforced from the 16-yard line. Because half the distance to the goal, but that is a 1st down for for Chase. And fake to McCombs, and Boykins keeps it around the left side, and he'll walk into the end zone for a Chase touchdown. And that makes it 33-8 on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. And if you're Cherryville, that's exactly what you didn't want, Danny.
No, you sure did not. With 11:13 left here in the 3rd quarter.
32-8, check that. 32-8, pending the extra point. And they haven't tried to kick an extra point the whole game. They've gone for 2 every time. So 32-8, and that was a 2-play, 24-yard drive that took 47 seconds.
And that touchdown run itself was what?
Had an 8-yard touchdown.
8 yards, just what I had him with, yeah.
So an 8-yard TD run by Boykins. So 2 touchdowns for Boykins, 3 for McCombs. Little pop pass, and around the corner and in for the 2-point conversion. I want to say that's number 9, Durismo. So it makes it 34-8 on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts. That's the theme of this.
And like we said, the field position battle has really been one-sided. Shelby's not, again, they had one good starting position, and they turned it into a touchdown. Other than that, Shelby, again, has started from their 20, their 21, their 20, their 10, their 15, and their 20.
Yeah, it has not, hasn't been. And they, 2 of the 3 phases, and really South Point's winning all 3 phases, but the special teams has been heavy in their favor. They made a field goal as well. And Shelby had a punt where, they were going to block it, and we had to run it from our goal line and whatnot. Scores. Don't know how late these are, but Burns 14, Watauga 6. Drawn 53, Highland Tech 12. Crest 32, North Gaston 7. Maiden and Christ School tied at 14. Bunker Hill 28, North Iredell nothing. Bessemer City 6, Christ the King 8. I think I saw Chase 26-8 over Cherryville. Alexander Central 14-0 over RS Central. West Lincoln 7, Ashbrook 6. So hopefully we get some. I can get you some more updates
West Lincoln, Ashbrook. Now, that's not a game that I don't think I've ever heard of West Lincoln playing Ashbrook. Wonder if that's one of the situations where people are trying to get a game. Yeah. Although, what West Lincoln does makes you really play sound on defense. So it's a close game, right?
Yeah, 7-6.
And you've seen West Lincoln this year, haven't you?
Yeah, I have seen them. And it was a low-scoring game then. I think it was like 14-7 ball game that night. So I got Freedom 28, Patton nothing. Coach Hahn up there. Irwin 21, Brevard 14. Wilkes Central 24, East Wilkes 8. North Henderson 28, Owen 21. I got one surprise here. Daniel, and I think they're a South Carolina school,
right.
28-6 over Hendersonville.
That was, that was another situation where Hendersonville.
Out at this spot, yep.
So 3rd and short. Truesdale under center. Avery right behind him at his fullback position. It goes to Avery up the middle. He's got it.
He's got a gap, and he's all the way down to about the we'll see where they eventually mark him. It was down inside the 30.
Could have been a lot more.
Yeah.
Another Turner Hauser Insurance first down nonetheless. He picks up about 12 on the carry out to the Ashbrook 29.
Yep. Found a hole there. Shot through it.
So West Lincoln driving.
Yep.
There's Gilmore again on the corner. He cuts up the middle.
He's got some room. He's still going. He's down inside the 15.
Yeah, he picks up about 18 on that carry down
to the 14. Look like we're one ref signaling, maybe the 13. Either way, inside the 15-yard line. Good run there. So the Rebels are charging, and that will be the end of this third quarter, a quick third quarter. Both, I mean, really, West Lincoln offense being so run heavy, it moves very quickly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Rebels
do it.
on top 7-6 after 3, and they're threatening for more inside the red zone when we come back with the start of the fourth quarter. Stay tuned, everybody.
At Key Builders in Lincoln.
Throw it. They sure didn't. No call.
It looked like the left end had come across the line, Danny, and instead it's an interception for number 44 for Chase, and that is Shires.
Mm-hmm. He was there. Even this other guys to your left are saying offside.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's just a miss, Danny. That's a tough break. I know Coach Pruitt's going to be upset about that interception, but now you got to flush it and try to get off the field as Chase has got 4 wide receivers in the game as they're ready to go quickly. Boykins has got it. He's got time. Now he's running out of time. A couple of Chase defenders after him, and he throws it away. His big number 50 was chasing him for Cherville.
That's Mitchell Lackey.
Yeah. And forced that interception. that incompletion, so good job by Lackey. So Chase took it over on their own. Let's see where they were, Danny. They're at the Cherville 40.
Yeah, second down at the 40 of Cherville with 9:57 left, and the third, 34-8, Chase.
I guess this is just Chase working on some things. They have no need to put the ball in the air, Danny.
No.
And I guess they're just trying to get McCombs a break.
Yeah.
And get some of the other guys involved as they have 4 wide receivers. They're going to throw it. And I'm not sure what the mix-up is. I think they might have had a player. It looked like Cooper Sloan might have had to get an equipment adjustment.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So across the line. Boy, they got that offside, though, didn't they, Danny?
They sure did.
They got that one.
Didn't get the other one.
Yeah, they didn't get the one on the interception. And Miller's a smart player. You're thinking that he thought he might have had a free play.
Yeah.
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 So he's trying to make something happen, and Chase gets the interception. As Boykins now in trouble, flips it up somehow. Backyard football play, and it works. And that's Durisma, who will take it to the 33. Did you see that?
I did.
That was just a little shot put there. And, it only gained about 3 yards, but almost a sack, because I think it was Lackey was after him again.
Lackey. Yeah, Mitchell Lackey.
So that's going to go in the books as a 2-yard pass to Durisma. But I'm just telling you, that was an old backyard football, just kind of shot-putted it over there. And We've got a Cherryville Ironman player a little shaken up. That's number 6, Bolin. He looks to be okay, though,
Yes,
Danny.
Cam. Yeah, Cam, I think's okay. Yeah.
Coming off under his own power. As hopefully that's just a cramp or something. Maybe he just got a little dinged. But I tell you what, that's just the athleticism of Boykins. That's just being an athlete. To be young and athletic.
Yeah.
Boykins is going to hand it to McCombs through a little crease, and there he goes, 25-20, 15 around the corner, 10-5 into the end zone for a John Brown Allstate Insurance touchdown, and it's 40-8.
34 yards.
Yeah, 34-yard TD.
Wow.
So this McCombs kid is the real deal.
And that puts him at 199 yards.
4 touchdowns for him, 2 for Boykins.
Yep.
40-8 your score, and Chase has broken this thing open, and now we're going for 2. So I tell you what, I wish Chase would have kept throwing the football because Cherryville was getting the pressure. Cherryville was getting the pressure, and they went back to McCombs and got another touchdown, and it'll be Boykins keeping it, picking his way into the end zone. 42-8 now on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ironman Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
Beam Construction Company in Cherryville is now hiring. Right now.
Now to Ashbrook.
Here comes the kick.
Pooch kick to the sideline as they've done. It's fielded at the 41, so great field position for Ashbrook here. Might as well just onside it.
Yeah. Those kicks, basically every single one of them's been like that.
Yeah,
a couple of them earlier. You know, the first few got out to the 30. That one right there fielded at the 40.
So Ashbrook will take over at its own 41-yard line, trailing by a touchdown here early in the fourth quarter. Just the second time the Green Wave has had the ball here in this second half.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
4 receivers in the formation. 1 comes in motion. Filthy juke move there by Meeks, but then a good tackle by Kester. He only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. And that was, like you said, had to do a pretty nice juke move just to get there.
So that'll make it 2nd and 10 now for Ashbrook.
Meeks looking to his sideline. Figuring out the play, or trying to, the best he can with the symbols that he's having to read there.
He'll line up in the shotgun, 4 receivers, 2 to each side. And they'll hand it off up the middle. That's Holland again. He gets a few out to the 44.
Yep, give him 3 there.
We've seen Holland a couple times now here on these last 2 drives. I don't know if Bess is okay. He was pretty effective in that first half.
Yeah, he was. He was without a doubt their leading guy when they went to the ground game. So
I think they might have him split out at receiver right now. They do have him lined up at receiver. So 3rd and 7 at the 44 for Ashbrook. Meeks looking to throw, going deep. He's got a man wide open.
He's got him. That's good. If he can outrun him. Oh, he's down. He's either down at the 1. Yeah, they're going to mark him just
down
short.
At the 1.
Wow.
I believe that's Leslie on the reception there.
Yes, it was. Tavon Leslie right there. 1 yard short.
Picks up about 55 on the completion there, and Ashbrook, just like that, on the 1 yard line, looking to score.
Wow. That just explosive. It's been there all night. We've talked about it. They've had different routes get open like that. Hadn't been able to connect. That one right there, perfect. Handoff here. He keeps it himself.
Loses
a yard. Yeah. So
this West Lincoln defense is tough. We'll see if they can stand tall here on the goal line.
Yeah. This will be a very impressive, important stand right here if they're able to do it.
It's an Ashbrook team that likes to attack downfield, so they don't have as much room to work with down here in the end zone.
Yep.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. Meeks in the shotgun, 2 running backs on either side.
It's
up the middle to Bess. He's going nowhere.
Man. And I think he may have either got back to the line or he lost just a tad again. But
I believe that was Xander Hedrick in there, made first contact. And that will back him up to about the 4-yard line, so loss of a couple there. 3rd and goal now. Meeks looking to the sideline to get the play from his coach.
Yeah, I think if you're Ashbrook, you got to go for this. If you don't get it here, I mean, you're
yeah.
right here. You know you're going to have to get, somehow those points are going to have to come, and I don't think a field goal every time is going to do it. Here's a handoff.
He's trying to get
He's
the
going to
edge.
be swallowed up at about the 10.
He's going
My
nowhere.
goodness.
He
that
loses
West Lincoln
5
defense.
On the carry.
That's
Hedrick there again.
unbelievable.
Hedrick, Avery in on the stop. Just speed sideline to sideline.
Golly.
And that makes it 4th and goal now at the 9.
So it goes from 1st and goal at the 1 all the way now
3
4th
runs.
and goal.
They lose 9 yards.
Yeah.
8 yards.
4th and goal at the 9.
Ashbrook will keep the offense out here. Down by a touchdown. 7:23 left to play in the ball game. 4th and goal at the West Lincoln 9. Meeks all alone. 5 receivers in the formation. He's looking, surveying. He's got time now. He's going.
He tosses it up, and he's in the end zone.
Ashbrook, so more magic on 4th down for the Green Wave.
Yep, that was to Bess there. He just kind of flicked it up in the air. Bess came down with it and was standing in the end zone. So
Ashbrook,
just like that, we're 1 point after away from this game being all tied up here with 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
First touchdown came on a 4th and goal, and now the second touchdown again, 4th and goal. This time a 9-yard touchdown pass from Meeks to Carmelo Bess.
Huge point after here. I mean,
another bad snap. It's up.
Is it?
Hits the post.
Up, but it hits the post, but it bounced down into it.
Wow. So that ties it up 13-13 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 7:04 left to play. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
What's practice on time?
So 2nd down and 12. As I think Cooper Sloan was getting a breather.
I think he was. That was Liam McIntyre, his first carry, maybe of the year so far.
So they gave McIntyre a chance, but I'll tell you what, Shires broke through there, and he didn't really have a chance. And I think, do we have a timeout? So we'll take it with him. 42-8. Chase over Cherryville on your Mr. Sparky.
We got 2nd down and 9 for the Cougars. Under center is Hammer. He fakes to one of his running backs. He's going to keep it. It's off to the right side, and he's got running room as he takes it across the 30-yard line before he's tackled.
Yeah, another first down by Alexander Central right there as well. Just a good job by them getting on the outside edge and making it tough for the Central defense to chase them down. And I see a lot of hands on the hips, a lot of the stamina is being lost by the Hilltopper defense now, and for good reason. They've been on the field for a long time. I love to see what the time of possession is right now for both teams.
Another Weiss transmission first down for the opponent here tonight, Alexander Central. Free estimates at Weiss, and by the way, they're located at 140 Flow Drive, Forest City. You might miss them where you see that Edward Jones building. There's a little drive right behind it. Pull in, go out to their place. They're located back behind the mall area and the old movie theater there in Forest City. We've got a flag on the play before the snap of the ball.
Let's see who this is going to be on there.
Looks like this one against the offense. A legal procedure is the call. That gives us another Kid Senses penalty flag. Make sure to look them up on Facebook, their website, and explore discover, create when you take the kids to Kid Census.
Absolutely. Good job by Coach Faircloth there. He was right in the official's ear right there, and I think he saw something, and the official saw it after he mentioned it. So good job by Coach Faircloth there to be able to get that call for his defense.
So they lose 5 yards on the penalty back to the 34. It's still first down. Of course, it now goes to 1st and 15. Tightly in that formation, and they'll go back to the run, and I believe it's probably Bang again. He goes to the left side of the offensive line down at the 30.
Yeah, once again, though, good job by Hilltoppers. They bend, but they didn't break right there. They still got to live another down. They still need to try to get off the field right here, and the third quarter has ended right here in Williston.
Yep, our clock's gone to 0. Only one more to go. It's going to take a lot of work and some breaks for RS Central to get back in it, but it's still possible. Stick around with us on the McDonald's Scoreboard. Locations in Forest City, Spindale, Columbus, and Bowling Springs. It's Alexander Central over RS Central after 3 quarters, 20-0. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and then we'll continue with the Rutherford County High School Football Clash of the Week on True Oldies Downtown Radio.
And Miller in the shotgun and play action. He's got it. He's got time. He fires over the middle into traffic. Caught. So tremendous reception there. Let's see who got it. That's your man.
Landon Hahn.
Hahn again. And that's about a 7 or 8 yard gain, but that makes it 4th and more manageable. Yeah, they're going to give him almost 10 yards on that, Danny.
Okay.
4th down and 7. To Hahn. So what a reception there. In a lot of traffic.
Oh, he's done that all year long. Caught balls that you thought couldn't be caught.
Yep. So 4th down, Miller back, throws over the middle, ball batted incomplete. Somebody got a paw on it and knocked it down. So Cherryville will turn it over on downs after a pretty good-looking drive there, Danny.
It was. That Jackson Owens was a intended receiver there.
So the Trojans will take it back with 3:10 left to go in the third quarter, leading 42-8. So just tough break for Cherryville. They moved the ball well on that drive, but just ran out of steam.
They sure did.
And Cherryville's,
to go in this one, and Dalen Lee's back out on the field for the Golden Lions. So good sign for Shelby that he's okay.
You know, Dalen got a lot of experience last year. He got thrown into the mix against Kings Mountain, and that's a tough situation. And so then this year, Hollifield gets thrown in against South Point, and they're even better than Kings Mountain was last year. So
Lee's going to throw quick, and he's got Luke Williams for a gain of about 5.
Luke Williams, Mr. Sure-handed. I love it when we throw a pass to Luke because he just almost always makes the catch. He's a really good receiver.
Yep. And that's his first catch of the night and a nice little 5-yard gain on first down. And it was quick, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't let the rush get in there, and maybe that's the key for the rest of the game here. 6:30 to go. In motion is Thompson, and Lee's going to pump fake and then throw out in the flat. And
ooh, that was
dangerous, but
it turned out to be a really good throw because it was a little bit high. I'm afraid if he had thrown that like a frozen rope, we might be seeing another point after touchdown because
Isaiah Steele had to jump on that one.
Yeah. If you can just give him a little bit of time, then you can run a double move and you can get a big game. But time has been something we just hadn't had much of tonight.
Yep. 3rd down 5.
Got officials timeout.
And now Shelby Lake getting a player out there. Jabbar Mace comes out.
Incredible to watch.
Ashbrook's going to call a timeout here, trying to halt this West Lincoln momentum. The Rebels are driving down to the Ashbrook 30, 3:22 left to play, and a tie ball game. We'll be right back.
That touchdown, Hilltopper defense, you know, they had a lot of chances to be able to stop them right there. They just kind of wore down at this point in the game.
So the latest score comes with 11:02 to go in the fourth quarter after we saw an 8-yard touchdown run by Andrew Bumgarner, number 5, one of the smallest running backs on the team. Certainly he has that speed, though, to make up for the size. As usual, they'll go for a 2-point conversion, which they've done all night. They've made some. They haven't got some. A fake to Bumgarner, quarterback keeper. He's almost untouched. He is untouched. It will be into the end zone for Luke Hammer. And now that score expands just a little bit more on the McDonald's scoreboard with 11:02 to go in our game. It's now Alexander Central leading RS Central 28-0. We'll step away for a 60-second timeout, and then the Rutherford County High School football Clash of the Week will continue on True Oldies Downtown Radio.
2 left to play. First down, Rebels at the Ashbrook 30. Hand off to Gilmore again.
He's gonna
plenty of room.
Yep, he's gonna be right there at the first down marker.
Maybe a yard.
Yep.
Maybe too short. We'll see where they spot him. But yeah, they just
They're
alternating.
running, yeah.
Gilmore, Avery, and just keeping this defense off balance.
That timeout from Ashbrook, that's a timeout you never want to take in any kind of sport. That was a timeout of we're getting run over, and we gotta
need a break.
we need a break. Yeah, that's a timeout you never want to have to call. Ashbrook had to a moment ago, and they still look like they're on their toes out there. Hand off to Avery. May have.
No, they were giving it to Gilmore around the outside.
That tricked me.
Both of us.
Yeah.
He picks up about 6, and another Turner has their insurance first down.
Yeah, I guess that fooled me.
It fooled me.
Yeah.
So the Rebels now in the red zone at the Ashbrook 14. 2.5 left to play. Up the middle to Avery.
There's the handoff to Avery. Still going, still
Big
fighting.
hole.
Oh, my
Good luck
goodness.
getting
He's
him down. He's pushing
into
for the touchdown. He's about a yard short.
Golly. I mean, he gets going himself, but then the pile comes in and tries to help. And we got an injured Ashbrook player. I'm not sure who that is.
He was down back behind the pile.
Yeah, assuming wherever the injury took place happened in the scuffle there at the line of scrimmage.
So we're tied 13-all, 2:22 left to play. Rebels down on the 1-yard line, knocking on the door. We'll be right back.
Napa Auto Parts in Lincoln has been in business for over 50 years. Family-owned business with experience and professional countermen that knows automobiles and trucks. They specialize in hard-to-find parts with the largest inventory around. Hydraulic hose assembly, automotive paints, and all brands and weights of motor oil. You're looking for quality and price? Stop in at Napa Auto Parts in Lincoln. Open 6 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Saturdays. 136 North Generals Boulevard in Lincoln. Call 704-735-0411.
All right, welcome back, everybody. The Ashbrook player being helped off the field, that's Nate Weber, I believe, and that's a pretty significant loss for them. He had a couple catches tonight, a big part of their passing game. But the Rebels had the ball, 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. Ball game tied 13-13, ticking down to about 2 minutes left to go. They go to Gilmore.
Yeah.
I think he lost a yard.
Yeah.
Trying to catch him off guard. Thought they were maybe focused on Avery.
Ashbrook's going to need to do exactly what these West Lincoln Rebels did to them on their last drive. Try to stand tall. West Lincoln started this at the 1 here.
This is West Lincoln football. If they can't punch it in from the 1 here.
It's going to be extremely hard. If they hand that just up the middle to Avery, I mean, it's going to take about everything you've got to stop him, and especially if he's got some of his fellow teammates helping him with the push, it's going to be extremely difficult.
2nd and goal at the 2 now. They do
And
give it to Avery up the middle.
Walk right
Touchdown, Rebels.
Yep, and he just bulldozes his way through about 2 guys. And just like that, this is a 19-13 ball game. We'll see what the point after has in store, but
There's another People's Bank touchdown for Avery, his second of the night. West Lincoln.
Are they thinking about going for it here? No,
no way.
Going for two, possibly. I don't see the kicker out there. No, they're bringing in, is that Winnix?
That's Winnix coming in with the play.
He's got to play.
So it looks like the Rebels will try to go for two here. They were unsuccessful the last time. Yeah. Avery got stuffed in the backfield.
If it works out, you look like a genius. If it doesn't, then
trying to make it a 8-point
hand off to Avery again.
Avery up the middle. He's in.
He's in. Well, when you have that in the backfield, I guess why not? So
West Lincoln now ahead 21-13. 1:26 left to play in the ball game. We'll step aside for just a second and we'll be right back.
Listen up. Worth $50 on your next event book. Gate venue in Lincoln. Just mention this radio ad and get $50 off your next event. It's great for parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, business meetings, vendor events, and more. No matter the occasion, the Northgate venue is the place to book. And again, mention this radio ad and take $50 off your next booking. That's Northgate Venue, 129 Vanderbilt Drive, off North Aspen Street in Lincoln. Call 704-452-7333 and see their photos on Facebook at Northgate Venue.
All right, welcome back, everybody. West Lincoln just pulled ahead 21-13 on a huge late drive, marched at 88 yards down the field, chewed up about 5 minutes off the clock, and it ended with a 2-yard Mason Avery touchdown run. Avery now 26 carries, 170 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the night by my count. The Rebels will kick off to Ashbrook, 1:26 left to play. Green Wave with 2 timeouts remaining. We've seen this Ashbrook team can strike quickly. Another short kick fielded at the 33, and he'll just
falls on it. Yep.
At the 36. That's where Ashbrook will get started here. So 64 yards to go, plus a 2-point conversion if Ashbrook is going to tie this one up.
Yeah. A lot has to happen here. They still have 2 timeouts, 1:23 left on the clock. Decent field position to start here like they've had for most of the night, starting at their own 36. Not too shabby. West Lincoln playing much deeper here defensively, and they already, false start big time there.
Back them up 5 yards. They'll have to go 69 yards plus a 2-point conversion to tie this one up. We've seen Meeks, the senior quarterback. He's been the straw that stirs the drink tonight for this Ashbrook offense. See if he can make something happen back there. 1st and 15 at the Ashbrook 31. Man in motion. Meeks play action pass, looking over the middle.
Top, but he overthrew him. Oh, flag comes in.
Late flag. He's looking for Leslie again on that pass.
Flag came in real late. The only person I saw, unless it was a really late PI, I don't think it was, though.
Yeah, interesting call here. We'll see what it comes out to be. Maybe a hold on the defense.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in and listening tonight. Remember, we'll be signing off this channel at 9:45. 9:45, this channel will go off the air for about 15 minutes. At 10 o'clock, we'll start the post-game show, pick up wherever any broadcasts that have still going on. We currently have 4 in Lincoln County. You were listening to West Lincoln up 21-13 over Ashbrook. South Point 44-14 over Shelby on WHS. On Waggy tonight, Alexander Central leads 28-8 over RS Central. And Cherville up at Chase now down 42-8 on WCSL 1590 AM. Crest 39-7 over North Gaston right now. Watauga 21-14 over Burns. Bessemer City 28-8 over Christ the King. Drone 69-26 over Highland Tech. South Caldwell 16-7 over Newton Conover. Irwin 14-0 over Brevard. North Henderson 42-27 over Owen. I don't have any finals right now, folks. 21-21 Christ School and Maiden. Bunker Hill 28-0 over North Iredale. Pisgah and Pickens 14-all. Mount Airy dominate Nash County 48-0. don't have nothing about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. Franklin 21-7 over Swain County. South Stanley 21-16 over South Davidson. And that's all I have right this second. Let's see if anything else has changed since I started reading a minute ago. Not seeing any other changes. So I'm going to send you back out to Ashbrook for the West Lincoln Ashbrook game. 21-13, Rebels lead the Greenway.
To the 37 here. So that's 21.
That's the first down marker, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was completely looking at it wrong. Yeah.
Original line of scrimmage. So second and 30 here. We're at 1:12 left to play. Meeks drops back. He's got a man down the sideline. Oh! Maybe just a step too far, looking for his receiver. Beat his man off the line of scrimmage. That could have been a disaster for West Lincoln.
Oh yeah, if that throw was on target, that could have been to the house right there. It just maybe just a little bit less, it would have at least been caught, and he could have kind of fell forward for a big gain. But
instead, it's 3rd and 30 now. Ashbrook will spread the field with 5 receivers. Meeks all by himself in the backfield.
Gonna have 2 more. They got 2 more plays. Oh, low snap, digs it out.
Steps up.
Stepping.
Going deep.
Oh,
behind the defense. Wow.
Now he's gonna go. He's gone.
Wow.
Oh my God.
84 yards.
The West Lincoln Rebels secondary, I'm not sure who it was, but
it was Truesdale.
He tried
to step in front of it and intercept
too hard
it.
To get the pick, and he was underneath it.
He jumped too soon.
Wow.
Well, Ashbrook still has to get the 2-point conversion
still
here.
Got to punch this in, and we saw earlier how tough this West Lincoln defense was at the goal line here.
Yeah.
But
we'll see what Ashbrook draws up here.
Yeah.
They got to have something in the playbook that they love for this situation. We'll see what they go with.
The only thing I know is earlier they tried, and right in this same spot of the field, they ran it every time, and each time it lost yards. So
yeah, I don't think they're going to run it.
I wouldn't.
I'd give it to Meeks and let him make a play.
I would give it to Meeks. I'd maybe try to draw up some kind of QB draw even here if there's a lot of pressure coming around him and that pocket's caving in. Either way, what an incredible. I mean, it was just a wild sequence of events there. I mean, 3rd and 30.
3rd and 30, and they get an 84-yard touchdown pass. Crazy. So Meeks in the shotgun here, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. 2-point conversion to try and tie it. He rolls right. He's going to try and run with it.
He tosses it.
It's batted.
Who catches it?
West Lincoln comes up with an interception, I believe.
Flag is down.
Flag on the far side of the field, away from the play.
They're pointing in West Lincoln's direct. No, it was
ineligible downfield. It's declined, and the Rebels look like they're going to hold on here.
Yep, they should.
21-19 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. I believe Trent Goins came up with a pick on that throw to the end zone. Wow, what a ball game here tonight.
Man, I mean, that was just crazy sequence.
52 seconds left.
Yeah.
Ashbrook still has 2 timeouts. And man down on the field.
That's the quarterback. That's Meeks down. He was walking back, and then he just all but kind of collapsed. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but
hopefully just a cramp. We'll step aside for just a second. We'll be right back.
Great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated.
And JB, they may be able to maybe run out the rest of this clock if they don't score beforehand. We're going under the 4-minute mark, but at least for the Hilltoppers, this is not going to end up being a shutout. What they do want to do, though, is still try to get this offense off the field and before any more damage is done.
Right.
Back to Vang, the big fullback, right up the middle to the 30.
You see RS Central starting to rotate some players in on defense. They needed to do that because they got a lot of guys who've been out there for a lot of snaps tonight. Looks bringing up 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 there for Alexander Central.
Last we heard, also going on tonight, Chase had control over Cherryville, and that may not be a final yet, but we'll let you know, of course, coming up in the post-game show right after the conclusion of our game here with now 3:08 clock ticking to go. A fake to a back and a quarterback keeper to that left side, but a good pursuit by the defense will bring Hammer down.
And
Here
is
it
up.
comes. And it's
not going to go 10 yards.
It's not going to go 10, so that goes, there goes every chance they
so
had of it.
They do have 2 timeouts. It'd be, it would
it's
take some sort of
extremely
miracle.
hard
but 52 seconds left.
Because you got to think there's it's going to be tough here. I mean, it's not over. It's not over till it's over. There's definitely still a room. A bad snap, a bad handle that gets recovered by Ashbrook, and they be right back in this.
It's been a crazy game. I wouldn't put anything past it. So when it was 3rd and 30 at their own 16, I didn't think we'd get to where we are now. So.
Yeah.
I thought it was over at that point, but
so everybody's still out there for West Lincoln. Avery's going to be back there.
Hell yeah, you gotta try and
finish
churn
one
out
off.
one more Turner Hauser Insurance first down would end it here.
Yep.
Truesdale under center. He's just gonna take a knee.
Yep. And a timeout immediately.
So the thing is, even if they stop them, well, if they knee it all 3 times, you're gonna punt, and you're
gonna have
fielding the punt on your own 10 or 5. So it's gonna take something miraculous here for Ashbrook to come back in this one. Timeout here, though. We'll step aside quickly. Be right back.
Trust isn't something that happens overnight. It requires time, dedication, loyalty, service. At People's Bank, trust is how we build relationships that stand the test of time and that serve you exceptionally well. People's Bank. Same name, same bank since 1912. Visit us online at peoplesbanknc.com.
All right, welcome back out of that Ashbrook timeout. Just 1 remaining for the Green Wave. West Lincoln will come out here, take another knee, and Ashbrook will take another timeout. And there's the kneel down for Truesdale.
Yep, and there's the timeout immediately after.
48.5 seconds on the clock before this 3rd down play. We'll step aside one more time and be right back.
FDIC. Trust isn't something that happens overnight. It requires time, dedication, loyalty, service. At People's Bank, trust is how we build relationships that stand the test of time and that serve you exceptionally well. People's Bank. Same name, same bank since 1912. Visit us online at peoplesbanknc.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 3rd and long for the Rebels. They should just kneel on it one more time, I would think, and then see how much of this clock they can bleed off before punting back to Ashbrook.
Yep, so 25-second play clock here. So right now 48.5 seconds left. They go down here, they take a knee.
Maybe run it down to about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then punt it. I'm surprised they just kneeled on it here, but
Now, I'm surprised they didn't try to go for a first down.
yeah, I just hand it to Avery 3
Oh,
times.
well.
I don't know why he didn't take that
I
knee.
don't either.
Maybe he wanted to get hit one more time for the night's over.
Yeah.
So 4th down now, clock is ticking.
Clock winding. Hey, they're going to be able to take this down a long ways. For Coach Ponder does not like something about the play clock.
Yeah, they want the play clock reset, but the refs aren't having it.
Well, now they're gonna consider.
The difficulty with that is you got to give the quarterback a little bit of time, and they did give him time that time to make that throw. And it was a perfect throw. So 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bergowitz has it teed up, ready for the Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff. Kick is deep, and it's going to be caught at about the 6-yard line. And it's Jen Red again. And still in.
Pretty good coverage there.
Yeah, really nice coverage down at the 23-yard line.
It looked like Griffin, or again, these numbers, once you get to, it looked like it was Griffin that slowed him down, and then Petty maybe went low and got him, and inside the 25. And Jenner's one of them scary guys. I can just tell you that. He gets the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
And he's probably one of the top 3 athletes on the field every night, every Friday night, if not the.
And he's still at wide receiver. Their first-team receivers are still in, as is their quarterback. And let's see if this is 23.
Hamrick makes the tackle.
They have put another running back in. That's number 15, Donovan Mays.
All right. He gets about 3, maybe. Yeah, let's call it 3.
Their offensive line is the same guys that have played every down for them, exception of one. They've got one backup offensive lineman in, number 72, and he may have started tonight. I didn't check who their starters were, but they have 4 of their 5 starters from the Northwestern game. But that's the end of the third quarter.
Yep, 44-23 South Point over Shelby on the No Malarkey Mr. Sparky scoreboard. We'll be back with fourth quarter right after this message.
When it comes to taxes, you need to see the tax professional. That's Noah Kay at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby. And you've gotten a little letter from the IRS, come see Numbers. Get the advantage. They'll help you take advantage of the credits and deductions that you deserve.
Lincoln holds on to win it 21-19 here on the road at Ashbrook. The Rebels improved to 3-0, a perfect non-conference slate as they prepare for conference play to get started next week. We are going to step aside for just a minute, and then we will be right back to wrap this one up on
second. Is that 41? No? Okay, they don't know either. You know, we work hard. That's 44. Okay, 44 the ball carrier for about 3. We do have 44.
Caleb
That's
Shires.
Shires. Okay.
And he'll pick up, they're going to give him
3. Second down and 7. And, you know, we do try to get these numbers.
Absolutely.
And it can be tough sometimes trying to get them.
Clock running at 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, for Coach Cognell and company, this is, well, they gave him about 4, didn't they, Danny? Or 5. They gave him a pretty generous spot. Christmas came early for Shires. Looked like he was down for about 3 yards. They gave him 5. And they're going to take this sucker all the way down. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and Shires picks up the ball and has got a lot of room to the 50, 45, falls forward. And that is a Medical Center Pharmacy first down. He rumbles all the way to the charitable 41.
Let's give him 19 yards on the carry.
I was looking at the play clock, Danny. Was that a direct snap to him?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 19-yard run, and as we said, a Medical Center Pharmacy first down. We will have a stadium post-game show that's brought to you by Dennis Willis Septic Service of Cherryville, North Carolina. And they're taking their time. And, you know, Shires taking full advantage of his time there.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Usually you don't do the direct snap when the quarterback's in the game like that. So, and Shires is going to get it again, try the right side. And, boy, I tell you what, huge hole, 30, 25. And then trying to stay in bounds but can't. But he's all the way down, I believe, to the 17-yard line, Danny. I think that's going to be 24 yards. Let's see. Now they're around the 22 yards.
22, yep.
And another Medical Center Pharmacy first down.
They just, he's got 3 carries for 45 yards now.
Well, I tell you what, you take out McCombs and say, all right, and this Shires kid comes in there rumbling for even more yards, 230 and counting. And they kept the clock running. Not sure why. Maybe because he ran backwards out of bounds. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. As Shires has got it again, tries the right side, around the right side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Stacked up around the 14-yard line. And let's see. No, check that. Not the 14, Danny. He's down around the 9.
He picks up 9.
Yep, so he's got 9 yards, 2nd down and 1. So I tell you what, this Shires kid has just came in. And,
well, you noticed all that good blocking on that right side.
Man, it was just flags. Yeah, the right side of the line. That's like 55 and 56 over there.
Yeah, that's
55 is Kilgo.
Connor Hensley
have been really just, and you see they got the extra blocker, the H-back over there. This play's probably going to the right again. And Shires, that's where it tries the middle. This time stacked up, big number 65.
It was a beautiful block.
And so Petty falls on it. P.J. Hopper with a block. Petty falls on it. And Shelby's now within 15 points, Jeff, with 10:15 to go.
Bergowitz in for the point after.
It's good, and the score is now 44-30, South Point. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Run out. Let's see. No, they have to run one more play.
Yeah, they're going to run one more.
What'd you give him on that run?
I got him with 5 yards.
5-yard run. Okay. So this has been all Shires. And they're going to kneel down. Good show of sportsmanship by the Trojans.
Absolutely.
And that'll wrap it up. 42-16, your final score on your Mr. Sparky scoreboard. Danny Akers has been working very hard on these stats, and he's going to be sharing them with you on the Stadium postgame show. Once again, brought to you by Dennis Willis Septic Service of Cherryville. The recap of the game will be brought to you by the Great Outdoors of Cherryville. The power play of the game, Piedmont Lithium of Cherryville. The offensive player of the game, Pepsi Cola Company of Cherryville. Defensive player of the game, Ferguson Ace Hardware of Cherryville. And the overall player of the game, brought to you by the Carolina Federal Credit Union of Cherryville. We'll be back in just a few minutes on KTC Broadcasting. Once again, your final score, 42-16, Chase over Cherryville. You've listened to Ironman Football, brought to you by...
Gave you the football.
Oh, gosh. You're right. They were going to kick it off from 30 and hold everything. So now Berkowitz has it re-teed.
And I should say, it's not really note to kicker. Whoever the coach is, that coaches that kicker, you got to make sure that the ball's put where it's supposed to be.
There's usually a little X there.
There used to be, but they don't do that anymore.
Bounces at the 8, taken at the 5 by Generette. And, again, great coverage gets him inside the 20. Helmets are flying. Flags are flying. Don't know what happened there, but there's a player for South Point without a helmet, and then there's a yellow flag down there.
Well, it's either he's called for taking off his helmet or they're going to call Shelby for a personal foul to rip off the helmet. Have no idea what happened.
I don't either. I just saw it off and then a flag come out. The tackle was made inside the 20 at about the 18. Still no signal. Here we go. Chop block.
Chop block.
Against South Point.
So that's going to give them the ball inside the 10.
At the 9. So 1st and 10 Stallions at the 9. Still 10:05 to go in the fourth quarter.
South Point was in a onside protect, and Berkowitz just kicked it over their heads.
Yep. So handoff, and the ball's on the ground. Jaden Pierce has it for Shelby, and the Golden Lions have the ball inside the South Point 10, and there's a injured lineman for South Point on the field. And Jeff, the turn of events here is unbelievable. This defense has really picked it up, and we're going to have to take a timeout for the injury. We'll be back right after this.
Back to school brings many things. Things like increasing your knowledge, meeting new friends, and unfortunately some sniffles, allergies, and coughs. Be ready. Professional Pharmacy in Bowling Springs has your $85 per month.
Week they travel up to Bandy's to start conference play. That should be a good ball game between the Rebels and the Trojans next week. If you're going to be listening to us next week, Logan and I, we will be at Lincolnton. Bunker Hill will be coming to town.
Fumble. Shelby's Jaden Pierce lands on it, and now Shelby runs the Wildcat on 1st and goal, and couple yards, maybe one, maybe two for Adams.
It's at least, like I say, it's one or two. I think it's going to be one. There was a lot of push late by that offensive line.
Yeah,
but
that's
sometimes they'll go ahead and blow that thing dead.
Yeah, it looked like he did the thing where you turn around and you just kind of use your legs to press you.
One of the Shelby offensive linemen, Jaden Pierce, who's been in the offensive line. This time he comes off, looks like he's dealing with a cramp.
And so DeMario Allen is in. Shelby stays in the Wildcat.
Still wonder, do they have a pass out of this thing? Because they're definitely expecting a running play.
And here it is. He's going to roll it and he's going to throw it up in the air, and it's pass interference. It's got to be. Holy cow. They didn't call it. That was to Santana Hopper, and they just basically grabbed his head.
Yeah.
When the ball was in the air, and I don't know. No call, so it's incomplete pass for Adams, and you called that one.
Yeah, well, you're in the Wildcat, and so everybody's got to, you got to try to stop. You got to try to stop the run, and so what the heck? We've thrown a couple touchdown passes out of that in I think in the state championship game. We threw one.
Stites, I think, caught one maybe. So 3rd and goal, ball on the 9. 8:59 to go in this one. Lee back, rush. He can't get out of it. He's going to eat it, and there's a flag comes in late.
Yeah, that was a coverage sack. I mean, that was not horrible up front. There was just nobody open.
So what's the call? Personal foul, face mask.
So that will, again, kind of save the day. And, again, the college rules, high school rules, pro rules, I don't think a face mask, a personal foul is an automatic first down. So it's half the distance to the goal line, and it should be still 3rd down.
So it's a 6-yard penalty, and it's 3rd and goal at the 6 instead of at the 9. And, if you're Shelby, maybe it's 2 plays to get 6 yards here.
Yeah.
Lead a pass. He's got to get rid of it quick. He does. It's batted down. I can tell you, if 92 and 90 were not in the game a minute ago, they are in the game right now.
Yeah, they're. I said they didn't have their entire second group in. They had taken those 2 monster defensive ends out.
So
Shelby has run the field goal team out. Now they've run them back to the sideline, so Shelby's going to go for it here. 8:34 left, and again, 44-30. And this game was 37-7.
Now they're
at
late
halftime.
getting a player out, and they're down to 4 on the play clock. They get it off, and Lee's going to throw it over the middle. Oh, it's dropped.
It was so close.
Off the fingertips of Bridges.
It was just a little bit behind him.
Yep.
I don't think that's Bridges.
No,
I think that's Thompson.
That's Thompson. Yeah, he had about he was on about the 1.5, so he would have. It was like you said, just behind him, and he was running a quick slant, so it was a reach back, and it was a fired in there. So Shelby turns it over on downs at the 6-yard line, and South Point takes back over with a 14-point lead, and 8:26 to go. And Lee's now thrown 32 passes. Low snaps on the ground and back into the end zone, and he's going to have to throw it up in the air. It's picked out. Touchdown, Shelby. Oh, my gosh. Kamari Howells, I believe. And this is unbelievable.
This is truly unbelievable. He didn't want to take the sack, so he threw it to where he had some receivers, but was that Howells?
I think it was Howells. He threw it up in the air.
It's 20-something.
Yeah, it's 20-something. He threw it up in the air, and let's see who. And the Shelby DB just jumped in front and on about the 3-yard line and had all the momentum into the end zone. Let's see the number here. That's 29. Camden McGill.
Wow.
So McGill with the pick 6 and Berkowitz PAT, and it's 44-37 with 8:16 to go. And we'll be back with the Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff right after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that's going to end it for our Red Zone radio show. If you're watching this channel, we're going to come back on this channel really in about 2 minutes. We were supposed to get off a few minutes ago, but Shelby making it interesting here. So when we come back, we're going to come back from the post-game show. Same channel here on YouTube. You don't have to go anywhere. Just refresh it. I'm going to stop the broadcast right now in just a second, folks. On the Red Zone channel, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. WhatsAppShopper.com, our Red Zone channel sponsor, and Fats Cafe, our dinner sponsor in Shelby. Just stay right here. We'll come back and let you listen to the end of the Shelby South Point game and give you the scores and the Full Throttle Power Sports post-game show live on KTCBroadcasting.com and YouTube, KTC Broadcasting. We'll be right back, folks, in just a few moments.